This is Eagle 102, broadcasting 24/7, 365, KJFM Radio, Eagle 102. Area high school football is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the field for high school football on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And good evening and welcome to Week 5 here on KJFM. Mark Froelich, Jim Ross, and we've got a big one for you tonight as Bowling Green has gone up 61 to Center, Missouri to take on the 4-0 Mark Twain Tigers tonight.
We have had an exceptional week of softball games, and we expect we're going to finish the week off with an exceptional football game here this evening.
4-0 for Mark Twain, 3-0 for Bowling Green. They unfortunately had last week off because Wright City was in COVID protocol. They couldn't pick up a game because no one wanted to take on this 3-0 Bobcats team. They're playing good football.
They are, and they did hunt all over the place to try and find a game and couldn't come up with one. So, you know, is that good or bad? You know, it's never bad to be able to get guys that maybe are dinged up a little bit healed up, but do you lose a little bit of your mojo with that week off in the middle of the season? We'll see early on. You know, that'll tell us the story. Mark Twain in a resurgence. You know, they had 17 starters back from last year's team. They only lost a couple seniors, and Bowling Green, on the other hand, lost a number of seniors. But they've got their program to the point where they just reload now. And that's really a comfortable spot to be in if you're the coaching staff and the school administration, to know, hey, we've got more guys coming if we have some guys graduate. Mark Twain's won some games. They haven't played near the competition if you look at the schedule, as Bowling Green has. But nonetheless, they've won most of them in pretty convincing fashion, and Bowling Green has not been challenged. I mean, they've railroaded everybody they played so far this year, including Palmyra and Montgomery County. And so the week off, they'll have a chance to rest up and recharge, and I'm guessing they're chomping at the bit to hit somebody besides their teammates. And so that may come out and come into play as well.
One big subtraction from Bowling Green was an addition for Mark Twain, and that's the Tigers' new head coach, Austin Leak, who came home to take over this Mark Twain program.
Young, energetic guy, comes back to his hometown, home school, and yeah, he's got them fired up and going, and the town's fired up about it. You know, if you're from Bowling Green and you want to sit on the visitor side, you better hurry up and get here because those bleachers are about full. If you're from Mark Twain, I wouldn't dilly-dally around much longer either because we're going to have a big crowd tonight. It's overcast. The weather is absolutely perfect. A little breezy, so that may affect some of the punts, which we'll talk about in the pregame. That can be a factor in this game. But come on out. We're going to have a great game for you.
And we'll start that pregame for you right after this on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Orff Construction, Prairie's Edge Garden Center, and Penrod Real Estate.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Bank of Louisiana ensures their customers are always in the know when it comes to their banking. Bank of Louisiana's top-of-the-line mobile banking service allows you to check account balances, view your account history, transfer funds. Plus, you can pay your bills all on one app. Call Bank of Louisiana for more information or visit bola.cc.
This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Did you know our agency currently offers over 30 programs and services to our communities? The Women, Infant, and Children's Program, Infant through Adult Immunizations, car seat safety courses, diabetes counseling, and of course our amazing home health and hospice programs, just to name a few. Learn more by visiting our website at pikecountyhealth.org and see what services you and your family could benefit from.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
And welcome back to Mark Twain High School, where they have made a ton of improvements.
Oh, my Lord, yes.
You said, get here earlier if you're a Bowling Green fan. That's about 10 times the seating that they've had in the past here for visiting fans.
And
that's a new bleacher.
It's elevated enough that you can actually see the field, because it used to be like 3 rows of bleachers and you couldn't see over the bench.
Yeah, because it was down the hill from the kitty litter track. They've replaced that. They've got a beautiful new composite track. The new softball and baseball diamonds to the south of the football field. They have done a lot, and they're putting in a big new ticket booth and a field house, I think.
That's right.
That right there at the opening gate.
They just built a new elementary school right out to the west, or right in our sight line, a new middle school gym several years ago. It's a beautiful facility inside. So, yeah, they've got it going on here, and, that helps. I mean, that helps your program. It helps to have pride in what you've got going on and where you play and all that, and makes kids come out and want to play. And, it's all a big process, and it all fits together in a big puzzle at the end of the day.
All right, let's get into this matchup a little bit. 4-0 Mark Twain, 3-0 Bowling Green. We mentioned off the bat that Bowling Green had the week off last week. We don't know if that's going to, they'll get healthy for sure, but if that'll kind of take away from the momentum a little bit. I was talking to Coach Austin Leak from Mark Twain a little while ago, and he said they haven't had a challenge since week 1, South Callaway, which without that touchdown late really wasn't a lopsided victory. So they're kind of in the same boat. They haven't had to get up for a game in a while, so can they turn that switch back on?
Yeah, 3 of the 4 teams they've played so far this year haven't won a game. And so
I combined 2-12 those opponents.
There you have it, and South Callaway's 2-2 of those 2-12. So they're not going to have any problems getting up. Now, are they ready for the step up and level of contact and play and skill set that they're going to face against Bowling Green? We'll have to see. That's why we're here, right? And I really think the week off, it got Bowling Green healthy, and I think they're chomping at the bit, personally, to play a football game. And they get to, like I said in the first segment, they get to hit somebody besides their classmate tonight, and I think they're ready to do that.
Now, Mark Twain has some big guys on their team, just being down on field level a little while ago. They've got some beef out there.
They do, but I don't think they're quite as big as Bowling Green. But the big thing about Mark Twain is they like to ground and pound, man, and they've got some guys that can do that. They've got Landon Moss leads them in rushing. Dawson Talbot, who doesn't get the ball a lot, but he's a big kid and he's got electric skills. He was in the Van Far game that we had a couple of weeks ago. He ran away from some people, and then the real wild card in this whole thing is Lakota Preston.
Yeah, I was going to say X Factor, Lakota Preston.
No
He's such a talented athlete.
He's run 3 kicks and 1 punt back for touchdowns this year. 4 times that he's run the ball back for a touchdown on special teams. And I want to tell you something. He is fast.
Yes, he is.
He is really fast. He runs away from people. So it'll be interesting to see what Joe Chin does on the special teams. If they kick to him, do they kick away from him? As I mentioned in the pregame, the wind's blowing out of the southwest at a pretty good clip. And so that's going to play havoc with the kicks and the punts in the air. And so that's going to be a big part of this game, because I think in the trenches, Bowling Green might very well be able to win that battle. And if they do, they may have the advantage from scrimmage. But in the special teams game, you can't let Dakota Preston get his hands on the ball and run free, because he will burn you without a doubt.
The other action around the area tonight, Van Far hosting Louisiana. Winfield with Ellsbury at Orchard Farm tonight. So a couple of former EMO teams going at it there. Pleasant Hill Western at North Green and Pittsfield at North Mac tonight. And a whole lot of other games going on.
A couple of other big games around the area is Monroe City Palmyra. That's always an arch rival game. And Palmyra coming in at 2-2. They had a couple guys that were out early in the season. They're all back now. They beat Macon handily 2 weeks ago. And then, of course, Hannibal travels to Mexico. That's a battle of 2 undefeated teams as well. So a lot of good football action around tonight, and we'll try and keep track of it for you as much as we can as we go along. But we're going to have a good one here for you, so don't run off.
Yeah, the middle 3 weeks of the season, that's when you kind of separate the pretenders from contenders. You can get rid of those teams that start off hot but don't have the competition to really start the season very, very well. But we'll take a look at this one further with our keys to the game coming up next on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Sharpshine Car Wash and Storage and Center Locker Service.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
I think you mentioned it a few minutes ago. The special teams are going to be a factor in this ball game. Do you just go for it on fourth down? Do you avoid the punt game altogether with a player like Preston on the other side?
Oh, I don't think so. I think Bowling Green's a good enough football team. They may be able to set up kick and punt coverage enough to cover Preston. And we didn't really mention a whole lot about Bowling Green. They've had a kickoff return run back for a touchdown this year, too, and they've got weapons. Marcus Starks rushed for 687 yards and 10 touchdowns so far this year. And Dylan Dalton's thrown for 221 and 4 TDs. So they've got their own firepower that Mark Twain's going to have to worry about as well. And will they wear down? It's not going to be a weather issue. Will the size of Bowling Green eventually wear down the slightly smaller linemen and up front guys from Mark Twain as we get into this second half? I think that'll be a key to keep an eye on.
In 3 games this season, the Bowling Green starting defense has not allowed a score. All the scores have been in the final minutes against the freshmen and sophomores.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. They've only given up 4 points a game.
Yeah.
Averaging 52 a game. Mark Twain actually not so bad. They're averaging 45 points a game. Their defense is only giving up 9.5. So if you look at the stats statistically on paper, this looks like it should be a really competitive game. But we're getting ready to lace them up here in about 20 minutes, and we're going to find out if any of that's true.
Those are our keys to the game. Starting lineup still to come on the Eagle 102 pregame show.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Sun Window Company, County Market in Vandalia, and Len Scherter Realty.
This is Kyle Scherter, Assistant Vice President at Community State Bank of Missouri. We offer a variety of loans to meet your needs. Whether you're looking for a conventional loan or a HELOC or an FHA, VA, or USDA loan, give us a call. We have some of the best rates around. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And our starters for this ball game for the Bowling Green Bobcats defensively, they'll send out the D-backs, junior, number 1, Marcus Starks, and number 9, a senior, Cooper Keel. Also at defensive back, number 12, a senior, Braden Heidecker, and number 26, a senior, Owen Niemeyer. The linebackers, number 24, a junior, Gunnar Bryant, and number 33, a senior, Charlie Bowen. Also at linebacker, number 50, a senior, DJ Feldman. The D-line stacks up like this: a sophomore, number 55, Harrison Hunt, a junior, number 59, Devin Rue, another junior, number 65, Ryan Bowen, and a junior, number 68, Jackson Charlton. So there's your defensive starters for Bowling Green. The Bobcats coached by Joe Chin. And now for the offense for the Mark Twain Tigers. The quarterback is a senior, number 20, Peyton Hawkins. Tailback, a senior as well, number 34, Landon Moss. At fullback, senior, number 9, Dawson Talbot. Wide receivers, junior number 2, Jackson Lake, and number 3, junior Lakota Preston. Also at wide receiver, junior number 10, Connor Eckler. The line at right guard, number 58, a senior, Trey Monroe. Number 64 at right tackle, a freshman, Braden Moss. The center is a senior, number 55, Mac Davenport. The left tackle is a sophomore, number 74, Wyatt Evans. And the left guard is a junior, number 70, Clayton Turnbull. So there's your offensive starters for the Mark Twain Tigers, who are coached by former Bowling Green assistant Austin Leake. So there's the starters for this ball game.
The officials, get that out of the way while we can. It's an Illinois crew. We've actually seen them in Bowling Green. Bill Treaster's the referee, Andrew Jensen the umpire. Headlinesman Brian Ray, umpire is Timothy Suthers, and the back judge is Allie Stevens, one of the few females we see, and she's still got the
cast that she had on in week 1.
Soft cast on her arm, so she hasn't recovered from whatever ailment she had early in the season.
That's good for a crew, though, to be credentialed in both states when you're along the river like that.
Sure. I did that when I was a basketball official and go over to Pleasant Hill and Quincy and referee some games from time to time. So, yeah, it's pretty common if you're in this locale.
The team's still in the locker rooms. The national anthem just a couple minutes away. And is that the band director in a Mark Twain hockey jersey?
I believe it is. And I don't know that he's the band director. He's acting like the band director.
Yeah.
He may just be the equipment manager for the band.
Yeah. But that is awesome. And you said it off air. There's a lot of sports that Mark Twain may add in the future. Hockey, not one of them.
Probably not one of them.
I tried to convince you that the middle school gym is actually an ice rink.
I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that probably isn't going to happen.
Yeah, probably not. But that's still pretty cool that he had that made and wearing number 10 on the back of that Mark Twain hockey sweater. That's pretty cool. Bowling Green coming back on the field from the locker room. Mark Twain, I'm sure, will be right behind. They're doing a lot of construction. An odd entrance through to the football stadium this evening as they get ready to open that new ticket booth slash field house in the very near future. But a lot of changes to this Mark Twain campus. They're keeping a lot of the historic parts, but a lot of new to go with the old.
Yeah, and it looks good. And I can't wait to see what it looks like when they're done. We also want to thank our sponsors. We've got a boatload of sponsors for tonight's game, and we appreciate them jumping on board all year. And then those that joined in just for this game, we appreciate that. It makes it so we can bring this to the folks at home, and it gives us, Mark and I, a chance to come out and broadcast a little football, eh?
Oh, exactly. We'll take a break, come back with more of the pregame show for you after this on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Missouri Farm Bureau agent Andy Smith, Carla Northcutt, CPA, and Southlake Designs.
Your source for custom apparel and embroidery is Southlake Designs in Perry. With over 15 years of experience, the Southlake Designs team can outfit your school, business, club, or organization. Southlake Designs also offers promotional products and complete graphic design services. Let Southlake Designs be your creative partner in graphic design, screen printing, banners, yard signs, business cards, and much more. Follow Southlake Designs on Facebook or visit their website at southlakedesigns.com. Southlake Designs, 201 North Palmyra Street in Perry.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102, is brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Mark Twain Band with the national anthem. We're just about 7 minutes away from football here. And Mark Twain High School as the Tigers 4-0 on the season, welcoming 3-0 Bowling Green Bobcats.
Bowling in their own white jerseys with red numbers and black pants, black helmet, of course.
We've seen a lot of those jerseys this season.
And we can see the white numbers much better than we can in their black jerseys, right?
Exactly.
And Mark Twain in all blue from head to toe, helmet to ground in their home jerseys.
I like that look, the solid head-to-toe look.
It has an appeal to it, doesn't it?
So last-minute preparations. I know that the whole Bowling Green team was here, or a good number of them last week, to watch the Tigers. They got a good scouting report. Obviously, Mark Twain knows Bowling Green inside and out with their head coach Austin Leak coming over. And I know a lot of the things that Austin brought to the table, Bowling Green already knows about. So there's not going to be many surprises here tonight.
Well, because you got to figure that Austin got a lot of his tutelage from the coaches at the Bowling Green staff, because he was there, 5 years or something like that. So, yeah, I'm sure he's going to change it up a little bit, but they're going to know his tendencies as well. And even though Bowling Green got to come and watch him play last week, it was MMA and it wasn't a very competitive game. So maybe early on they picked up some things, but we'll see. I mean, you and I have been talking about this for a couple of weeks, and we're looking forward to it. As officials are corralling the captains right now as we're getting close to kickoff here.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna. I think they'll stop the clock. They were a few minutes off on their 30-minute countdown. I think at some point they're just gonna put it on zeros and get those captains out there.
Well, Bowling Green's ready to go. They've got their offense out and running plays right now, crossways, perpendicular on the field, because they're tired of standing around. That's a pretty good sign. They're chomping at the bit. Let's play some football.
Yeah, some banged up Mark Twain Tigers. I see a soft cast on one of their backup fullbacks and linebackers out there. So maybe they're nursing a couple of things. But I know the starters weren't in there too terribly long a week ago in that win over MMA. We'll take one more break. Come back with the opening kickoff after this on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Clint Bowen Construction, Airco Convenience Centers, and Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
Before and after the game, Night Owls Cafe has your fix for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert. Night Owls is the perfect spot for down-home cooking, offering a full menu of tasty items sure to fit your taste buds. From breakfast sandwiches and waffles to pizza, burgers, and wraps, Night Owls has it all. Check out the Night Owls Facebook page for daily specials and updates on their freshly baked pastries. Night Owls Cafe, 115 Main Street in Silex.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on the Eagle 102. Brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Captains head to the middle of the 50-yard line, and a big hug between the two head coaches, Joe Chin and Austin Leak, ahead of this big EMO matchup. This pretty much puts the team in the driver's seat for a conference here early on.
Yeah, that it does. We feel like, you and I think we've talked about this a little bit after tonight. I don't know how challenged Bowling Green will be. North Callaway is a decent team. They haven't lost a game yet, but again, they haven't played a lot of competition yet either. They go down to Stratford tonight, down towards Springfield. That's a long trip for them.
Oh, wow.
I think that's a game they picked up to replace the game with the Clopton-Ellsbury loss. So we'll find out a little more maybe about them, because they do have a good football tradition down at Stratford. So that's beyond the North Callaway game. You wait and think about maybe the Cardinal Ritter game.
Mm-hmm.
That will be a challenge.
Yes.
They're a class up, and they're ranked 5th. And to tell you how good their competition is, they're 2-2 on the season and ranked 5th in the class above.
Wow.
So they played 2 teams out in the Chicago area. So that's tonight's the night. We find out a whole lot. There's been a lot of hype about this game. I know the Quincy stations have talked a lot about it and talked about Mark Twain's resurgence, and I think they kind of feel the same way as I do. You know, this is the night we find out about Mark Twain. We think they're
taking that
legit
step.
We think they're taking that step into the upper tier of the league. We're going to find out here in about 2 minutes.
And they're going to have their offense on the field first, as they won the coin toss and elected to receive the opening kick. So that's a big time move there.
Tells you something, doesn't it?
They want to get that offense on the field to have a crack
Absolutely.
at this vaunted Bowling Green defense right off the bat.
Yeah, they can set the tone one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Bowling Green defense can set the tone, or the Mark Twain offense, and of course, right away we're going to find out how they're going to deal with Lakota Preston, the dynamic kick returner for Mark Twain.
Starks on to kick it off, and Marcus puts a boot into it, It's a low line drive kick, picked up at the 15-yard line and coming to the near side with it to the, runs out of bounds. Does number 22, the return man, Jackson Young. He's a senior. He takes it out to the 31-yard line, and that's where the Mark Twain offense will take over 1st and 10.
About a 19-yard return, and so we'll see this power offense from Mark Twain. They like to give it to Moss a lot. As I said, you got to keep an eye on Talbot. I don't know if you noticed, he was one of the captains. He was bigger than the 2 offensive linemen. He is a big cat, and he's got some speed too. Comes out of the fullback position.
Hawkins brings the offense onto the field, and they're running on 1st down and run right into that Bowling Green.
And
the ball
ball's
came
out.
Yeah. I think they got it back, Mark Twain did, and no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Talbot hit immediately, and so they find out what the interior of that Bowling Green defense is all about right on the first play.
2nd and 10 for the Tigers.
I want to see the 2 offensive and defensive lines standing close to each other. You know, Mark Twain's pretty good size, but I think Bowling Green may be just a tad bigger, as we mentioned in the pregame.
No gain on 1st down. They put a man in motion to the near side. Rolling out is Hawkins. He's in trouble, puts the ball in the air, and it is almost intercepted on the far side. There was not a Mark Twain receiver in the vicinity, and almost coming away with that pick was number 50, DJ Feldman.
He dove, had his hands on it, but when he hit the ground, it popped free, fortunately for the Tigers, and it's 3rd and 10.
That's a linebacker with lineman hands there.
Yeah. That was a tough catch.
Yeah, it was.
But defensively, they put pressure on Hawkins. He rolled out to try and stay away from the pressure, but Bowling Green was in his face.
3rd and 10 after the incompletion, and it shows kind of what they're going to want to do, have a run-pass hybrid offense. Lots of receivers to the far side, little indecision, though, and Coach Lee going to have to burn a timeout just over a minute into this ball game. 10:37 remaining in the first quarter. We'll take our first break as well on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Barton Bail Bonds, Kranka Metallurgical, and Beinhoff Funeral Homes.
Carla Northcutt, CPA LLC, wishes area teams the best of luck this season and understands that teamwork is a key part in the winning combination. Carla Northcutt has worked to provide Perry and surrounding communities with the best and most accurate service for the last 8 years. The accounting firm offers tax planning and preparation, financial statement preparation, bookkeeping, and payroll services for individuals, businesses, and even farms. When it comes to accounting and tax services, think Carla Northcutt, CPA LLC, 28738 Highway 19 in Perry.
The best coverage of high school sports is on KJFM. Brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
On 3rd down, Hawkins dropped back to throw, didn't have any options, and ends up going down for a loss of 1. And Mark Twain, 3 and out. They're going to have to punt.
Actually, they're going to say it got back to the line of scrimmage, but nonetheless, it's 4th and 10. And Bowling Green's return threat is back deep.
He's the only man back there for the Bobcats. Here on 4th down, they get the kick away. And that's another part of the game we didn't even mention for Mark Twain. They've got a couple of blocked punts when they're on defense.
Right. That one goes out of bounds at about the 42. That's where Bowling Green will take over.
And the offense on for the first time for the Cats.
So the defense stood stiff as they have all season. Now let's see what this explosive offense can do.
At the 42, 9:58 to go here in the opening quarter. Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Orff Construction, Prairie's Edge Garden Center, and Penrod Real Estate.
Not really a good sign that one of your offensive linemen forgot to come on the field on the first play.
And hitting the line and still going forward. He kept those legs moving, did Marcus Starks, and will end up getting 6.
Starks averaging about 19 yards a carry. He's had a bunch of big, long runs this year. As you said, that one goes for 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Yeah, he was met at the line of scrimmage and just drove that defensive line back for 6 yards. 2nd and 4. Clock running at 9.5. Another inside handoff, and nothing happening this time for Bowling Green. They'll get a yard. It'll be 3rd and 3.
I believe that was big number 59 on the carry. That's an offensive lineman. Devin Rue on the carry. What's up with that?
Trying something different.
Little trickery by Coach Chin, huh?
3rd and 3. They get to the line. Far side, and going to be stopped short of the first, right at midfield.
Yeah, I'd say they're in 4-down territory now. As they're going to mark it just shy of they're going to mark it right at the 49, so it'll be 3rd and 1. Was that Bowen on the carry?
I believe it was.
So they're going to give him 2, and it'll be 4th and 1.
8.5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Center the first one to break the huddle. Now the rest of the Bobcats get their stacked line. They try the sneak, and they'll get the first.
Dalton keeps it, stood up, waited for the offensive line's push, and then took it off right tackle. Good for the first down. They'll give him a couple.
Gain of 2 to the 47-yard line of the Tigers.
Interesting that they've run everything up the middle because they've got speed on the outside with Marcus. And if he gets free, he can definitely break it.
I think they're trying to wear down Mark Twain's line here early. Just pound it right at him. Roll out for Dalton, and he almost stepped out of bounds. Finally does, but he turned the corner and got about 3.
Yeah, it looked like he stepped out of bounds at about the 50.
He put his toe right in front of the line and made a cut up the field.
He had a receiver open. Number 5 was running free. That's Jordan Miller, but he didn't have time to get it to him.
So gain of 2. It's a 2nd and 8 from the 45-yard line.
So the offensive or the defensive line's actually been dominant here in the early going for both teams.
Starks gets his 2nd carry of the night to the near side, and just getting a little ankle tackle there is number 34, Landon Moss, and that's probably a touchdown-saving tackle.
He was a shoestring from going 43 yards. You are absolutely right. They'll give him, about 4 on the carry? 3 maybe?
That'll be 3rd and 4.
Yeah, we'll call it 4 then.
He almost busted that one.
Had him by the heel, and if he'd have got out of it, he'd have been gone because there was no help anywhere close.
So big-time tackle there for Moss. And it brings up 3rd and 4 for the Bobcat offense. 2 backs in there this time. They give it to Marcus again, and he's gone this time. All the way to the house. Don't see any flags. A touchdown for Bowling Green. This one goes for
41 yards.
41.
Little trap play that time, and they kicked out the defensive lineman, and Starks goes the distance. Kind of what we thought may happen, that he has that breakaway speed as well, and he showed it right there. And is Bowling Green going to go for 2? Looks like they are.
Instead of kicking as they have been early on, they're looking for points here early, and no good is the 2-point conversion. So Bowling Green, with 6:56 to go in the opening quarter, takes their first possession to the house. 41 yards for Marcus Starks. More after this on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Meyer Implement Company, County Market in Louisiana, and Hayden's Motorsports Center.
Orff Construction in Bowling Green has been Pike County's residential and commercial water and sewer excavator contractor for over 54 years. Orff Construction is family-owned and operated and state-approved as septic installers in Pike, Lincoln, Rawls, Audrain, Warren, and St. Charles counties. Orff Construction can also handle your directional boring needs. Contact Les today for your free estimate, 573-324-3552, weekdays. Orff Construction, Highway Highway 161 just outside Bowling Green. Area high school sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, agent, and Perkins Electrical Services.
41 yards for Starks, and now he puts the boot into the kickoff. It's a short one. End over end kick to the near side, busting away, and across the 50, across the 40, finally knocked out of bounds is number 34, Landon Moss. So he's kind of been a beast on both sides of the ball.
That he
for Mark
is.
Twain.
And that came from the 20 all the way to Bowling Green's 38-yard line. A big 43-yard kickoff return by Landon Moss.
And he's just, he's a big kid, low center of gravity, and he just rumbles down the field.
That he does. He's very similar to the big guy from Van Far. Eoff. There you go. I'm having a senior moment there for a second. They both wear number 34 as well.
Give is to Moss on first down, and he's not breaking anything this time. Got about a half yard. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Hit by Starks in the backfield, and looks like they'll give him a yard. And it'll be 2nd and 9.
6-0 Bowling Green. But a short field for the Tigers. Clock running near the midway point of this first quarter. Fast moving first 6 minutes.
Had no positive yards on their first series, though, on offense.
Moss again, and he'll worm his way all the way down to the 30-yard line. And a nice gain there. Got about 6.
Yeah, right up the gut once again. Found a little space. Again, you mentioned it. He's a tough runner. He showed that on that kick return, although he took a pretty massive lick right at the end of that kick return. But he's got him in manageable territory. It's a 4-down territory for Mark Twain. This is 3rd and 3.
He's set up deep in the backfield again. And they jump off the edge of the line. That was Riley Brown for Mark Twain, and they'll lose 5 yards.
False start, boy, you can't, we didn't talk about mistakes. I mean, I think everybody at home takes for granted that you got to take care of the football and stay away from the yellow flags. And, pretty important situation right there. That turns it into 3rd and
8, almost 9.
Yeah. Changes the play call for sure.
Still 4-down territory, though, at the 35-yard line. Set up 3 receivers on the near side. Now they'll split out to the far side, but here comes the rush, and getting away from the first tackle, he kind of used the referee as a screen, but that didn't help him for long. Sacked all the way back at the 50-yard line. That's a huge loss for Mark Twain.
Loss of 15 yards. Starks on the blitz. Nobody picked him up. He got away from Starks, as you said, with a little assist from the referee. But the pursuit was still coming, and they sacked him for a 15-yard loss, and Mark Twain will have to punt it away.
That reminds me of necessary roughness. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle.
Marcus Starks has moved up. I don't know that he's buying it's going to be a punt.
They do get the punt away.
And they'll just let it go. They kicked it away from Starks earlier, so I guess they assumed he's going to do the same. So let's let it roll dead on the 20.
And that's where Bowling Green will take over. 1st and 10. Clock still running. And it finally stops with 4:16 to go in the opening quarter. Our coverage, Game of the Week coverage, brought to you by Clint Bowen Construction, Airco Convenience Centers, and Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique. Bowling Green 1 for 1 on offensive series.
That's one way to speed the game up.
Yeah.
So let's see what Bowling Green's got to offer. They've been pretty conservative so far.
Just one receiver far to the near side, and they'll run it on 1st down. And they'll get about 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8. Actually, 2nd and they kept moving forward. 2nd and 6.
Not a lot of running room. It looks like that was Bowen on the carry, so we'll give him 4. Ball out to about the 24-yard line. 3:52 to play in the first. 6-0 Bowling Green on top.
Clock continues to run. Back to throw. Now putting the ball away and tripped from behind. Going to be a loss of a yard.
Yeah, Dalton under pressure that time. The defensive line of Mark Twain doing their thing. Looks like they're going to mark it just about back to the line of scrimmage. So we'll say it's a loss of 0. How about? And still 3rd and 6.
And now you're in a passing down. Ball caught on the near side and chopped down, but enough for the first down. Charlie Bowen on the reception for the Bobcats out just outside the 40-yard line of Bowling Green.
First pass reception for Bowen and first pass that was attempted by Bowling Green. And a pickup of 19 to give them that first down.
Clock running down to 2:40. 6-0 Bobcats, 41-yard Marcus Starks touchdown. 2-point conversion failed. And that's where we are. Inside handoff to Starks, and he's cut down after a gain of 3. We'll call it 2, 2nd and 8.
Little quick snap that time. They haven't run anything option. I mean, that was an option play, running out of I formation, the old veer, if you will. And they continue to pound it outside, and then they're going to open it up where they're going to make that pitch, and it's going to be trouble.
On second down, and a keeper, and cut down high-low is the Bobcat quarterback, Dylan Dalton, but he gets about 4. Update from Louisiana, 7-0. They lead, was that Van Far?
They play Van Far at Van Far tonight.
So Ethan Harrison in for the touchdown.
Scored 5 touchdowns last week, didn't he?
No, that was Wyatt.
Wow, okay, yeah, Wyatt, sure. Get Ethan in on the game tonight, huh?
I tried to give him one of them. Oh, out of the reach of Gunnar Bryant as they go up the middle.
Out of his tight end spot. He was maybe had a step, but the throw was just a little too tall for him.
And Bowling Green will bring out the punt team on 4th and about 5.
Starks will punt it away. Lakota Preston back deep. They will not punt it to him. If they do, it will be because it's a mistake.
Almost blocked.
They are going to punt it out of him. Yep, he's going to let it bounce. So they got it up in the air high enough.
And it's down by Charlie Bowen at the 20 or 15-yard line. So good kick by Starks. And another offensive chance for Mark Twain. And that was a big stop for the Tigers.
It was. They had him pinned deep. And after the punt, and were able to defensively do their thing. But the punt flipped the field as it's Mark Twain takes over on their own 16.
1st and 10 for the Tigers. And they're running on first down up the middle again. And a nice first down run for Landon Moss.
Moss is their workhorse. They'll give him 4. Make it 2nd and 6.
So this Bowling Green defensive line, which doesn't give up a lot of yards, having a little trouble with Moss here in the early going as we're in the final minute of the first quarter.
Well, the good thing, though, is Mark Twain's holding its own right now, and that's a positive.
On second down, he gets into the open, down the far side, and Moss all the way into Bobcat territory, and a flag comes out. They're going to add 15 yards to the end of it for a hit on a bounds.
A long run for Moss.
To the 45, tack on 15, down to the Bobcat 30.
29, 34 yards on that carry for Moss. And as you said, now they're in business. Moss already up to...
Oh, a face mask is what they call instead.
Still will be 15 yards.
Uh-huh.
And they'll march it down to about the 30-yard line, exactly the 30-yard line. So Mark Twain late here in the first quarter, 35 seconds to play, trailing by 6. They're in business.
1st and 10 for the Tigers in this Week 5 matchup. 2 unbeatens going head-to-head in the EMO. Down to 22 seconds left in the quarter. Play clock at 9. They go with a different look this time with Dawson Talbot, and nothing much going down on first down. They'll give him about 1.5 yards, and that'll be the final play of the quarter. 6-0 Bowling Green. Mark Twain is moving inside the Bobcat 30-yard line as we head to the second on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Sparks Maintenance Contracting, Night Owls Cafe, and RE/MAX Realty agent Elisha Koenig.
When someone is arrested, family and friends go into crisis mode. If the bail is set more than you or a family member can afford, then securing a bail bond is your best option. Jeff and Gayla Barton of Barton Bail Bonds in Hannibal are here to help you in your time of need. Barton Bail Bonds has served the area since 1992, and they offer affordable options for the unexpected. Life isn't always easy. Make Barton Bail Bonds in Hannibal your first call.
Beinhoff Funeral Homes has a long history of caring, compassionate service for not just the families they serve, but the communities they call home. The Beinhoff name has been a staple around the area since 1943 and continue to look for ways to provide that extra attention to families during their most difficult times. Beinhoff Funeral Homes has 4 locations: Center, Perry, Ladonia, and Vandalia. For more information, visit their website at beinhofffuneralhome.com.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Well, that Tiger's got some teeth, doesn't it?
It does. Quick first quarter, but there are some scores out there. North Mac leads Pittsfield 14-0. Marceline over Paris 19-0. And Hannibal leads Mexico 7-0. Monroe City jumps out on top 6-0 over Palmyra for some early scores around the area for you. South Shelby 8-0 over Highland.
2nd and 8 for the Tigers to start the second quarter. Preston on the sideline.
Be a big boost if Mark Twain can stick it in on this series.
They give it to Moss, working to the near side, and stacked up. Starks was the first one there and got some help to bring him down. Also in on the tackle was number 26, Owen Niemeyer. He was the backside help, and it's 3rd and 6.
Looks like they'll give him 4 on the carry. Actually, check that was 2 because Talbot got 2 on his first carry.
Clock running. 6-0 Bowling Green. Big play here for both sides.
Out of the I formation.
Give is to Moss. He's got some room. Sidesteps a man, and he's going to be close to the first down. It's going to be 4th and about 1, it looks like. So he got 5.
Had a hole, it looked like, from our vantage point, but it closed quickly. And they'll, of course, go for it on 4th. How about a little play action pass, fake dive play, and pass to the wide receiver, cutting across on a post pattern, huh?
I think they're going to go for the 1 yard on the run here.
I'm guessing you're right. I don't know that Austin Leake's willing to take those chances just yet.
There it is, direct
Hawkins,
snap.
yeah.
Hawkins gets the first down. He got 4. He just needed 1, and it's a fresh set and deeper into Bowling Green territory.
Tapped the center and said, "I'm coming right behind you, big fella," and had plenty of room to pick up that first down.
10:16 to go. Play clock at 22 as Hawkins gets the play from Austin Leake on the near sideline.
Lots of people here tonight.
Huge crowd. Lining the fence on the far side of the Bowling Green fans. You used to be able to set up on the track when it was kitty litter. Not anymore. And here's Moss again, diving forward. He'll get 9. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Well, they're imposing their will on the Bowling Green defense. Ground and pound, as we told you in the pregame. That's what they do. Moss is their workhorse, and he's having a big night so far. 61 yards on the ground, just barely into the second quarter.
They've got some talent on this offense. And we haven't even seen Lakota Preston yet.
Nothing from him yet.
On 2nd and 1. Give inside to the tailback this time. That's Dawson Talbot, and he'll get enough for the first down, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to give him, what, maybe 3? I haven't set the ball yet.
There's a fresh set.
I think they'll give him 2 on the carry, but as you said, enough for the first down, and it'll make it 1st and goal for the Tigers. With 8:45 to play, they still trail Bowling Green 6-0.
Stopped on their first 2 possessions. They got Bowling Green to punt on the Bowling Green's second offensive series, and now they're trying to tie this up and take the lead with the extra point. Put a man in motion here on 1st and goal. Give is to Moss, cuts back to the middle, and dives forward a little bit closer to the goal line, down to, looks like, the 5.
Looks like they might give him 2 on the carry.
Brings up 2nd and goal. Give him the 4-yard line.
So they'll give him 3 then. This is big for Mark Twain.
Play comes in from the near sideline. Play clock down to 10 as they break the huddle. Give to the near side, that's Preston. Trying to find his way, and he is stopped short. Looks like he actually lost a yard.
It does. They tried to run that jet sweep that time, and Bowling Green was having none of it. They will lose a yard on Preston's first carry of the game. So it'll be 3rd and goal from the 5.
Preston comes back to the near sideline. He'll check out. 7:10 to go.
Yeah, he's not out there a lot, so you got to figure when he comes into the game, they're planning on trying to get him the football and some space.
Kind of like a Tavon Austin or something, just trying to find him a way to get him in the game. And now Bowling Green got the offensive line to move, it looks like.
See if they're going to call it on Bowling Green for
encroachment.
Right. That is the call.
Oh, half the distance. That'll take it down to about the 2.5.
Got in the neutral zone and forced the Mark Twain lineman to jump, so that helps a lot for the Tigers.
Mm-hmm.
And really, they're in no hurry.
No.
They're a ground and pound, like we said a bunch.
They've taken almost half of this second quarter clock on this drive.
That they have.
6.5 to go. Looked like movement that time. They're going to lose that yardage.
Everybody went but the center. Now, here's one of the fallacies. I don't know if you've watched any of the Peyton Manning, Eli Manning Monday Night Football stuff. He talked about this. He said, okay, so the defense gets the penalty, and it's only half the distance to the goal.
Yeah.
2.5 yards.
Yeah.
The offense gets it now, and it's 5. He says, that's not fair. And he's got a point, actually.
Van Far is answered. Gage Gibson into the end zone. The extra point or 2-point conversion was no good, so it's still 7-6 Louisiana over Van Far.
Well, as we've mentioned ad nauseum about Louisiana, if they can ever figure out how to play defense, not only in football but in basketball.
Boy, they had a great goal line stand last week, though.
That they did. And Austin Leake's going to burn his second timeout with 6:02 to play here in the first half.
3rd and goal for Mark Twain when we come back on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Magruder Limestone Company and Dieter's Sign Company and T-Shirt Shop.
Prairie's Edge Garden Center is planning their annual Fall Fun Festival on the Prairie. Saturday, September 25th is the big day when Prairie's Edge kicks off their fall season with the corn maze and pumpkin patch. Plus find mums, fall annuals, Indian corn, and numerous decorative items. Additionally, at the festival, you'll find food, drink, and craft vendors. The corn maze and pumpkin patch will be open through the end of October. Mark your calendars now and make plans to be at the Fall Fun Festival on the Prairie, Saturday, September 25th at Prairie's Edge Garden Center in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season with Eagle 102. Brought to you by Mike's Tire and Service Center, Bank of Louisiana, and a taste of Philly.
3rd and goal for Mark Twain from about the 7.5-yard line after the penalty. Actually, after penalties on both sides in the last 2 attempts to have this 3rd down play. Put a man in motion to the far side of the line. That's the direction they'll move. And in trouble and sacked again is Hawkins.
Wow.
He just couldn't pull the trigger, couldn't find an option in the end zone. He's going to be tackled at, what, about the 18-yard line?
Lose 11. Wow. So identical scenarios in those 2 drives. A false start when they were deep in Bowling Green territory before, and then Hawkins got sacked. Same thing again in the red zone this time, and Hawkins gets sacked back at the 18, and so it's 4th and goal from the 18.
That is a tough cookie to swallow there.
Oh, my goodness.
Put a man in motion. Gets it to the near side, and he's going to try and throw it, and it's in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Mark Twain. Little trickery, the halfback pass. As putting it in the air was Landon Moss. On the receiving end is Connor Eckler, and this ball game is tied at 6 with 5:06 to go in the first half.
There's a little wide open playbook with, if you will. Moss with the touchdown pass from 18. Holy moly. That shocked everybody in the building.
There's a lot of things you thought about the halfback pass. Probably not one of them. They're going to go for 2 here to get the lead. Give is to Moss, and he's going to be stopped short. So we're tied at 6. 5:06 to go in the first half. This is Week 5 football on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by the law offices of Briscoe and Brannon, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and Central Bank of Audrain County. Cranka Metallurgical in New London specializes in heat treatment, brazing, soldering, and other welding practices. Family owned and operated, Cranka has been serving the area for the last 15 years. The gang at Cranka has the knowledge and experience to help you with all your heat treating needs, big or small. At Cranka, they know the metal industry, and they do the little things to get the job done right. Stop by Cranka Metallurgical today, 16369 Business Highway 61 in New London.
The area's best coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice, and All Parts.
6-6 halfback pass. Moss to Eckler ties the ball game for 18 yards. 2-point conversion, no good. And they kick it deep to the far side. And it's fielded at the 20-yard line. Trying to make something of it all the way out to the 33, it appears. And that was on the return, Brandon Gamm, it looked like, 15 for the Bobcats.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see over on the far sideline. But, man, what fun is this? A little halfback pass on 4th and 18, 4th and goal from 18. Holy smokes. That's creativeness by Austin Leak if I've ever seen it.
So
you could kind of tell that Moss was going to get the ball because he went in motion, but I thought he was going to try and run and set up a little screen for him. And when he pulled up to pass, Eckler was all alone. Had about 2 steps on the safety.
So 1st and 10 for the Bobcats, and they're running on 1st down. Is that Starks?
It
going
is.
Up the middle in a foot race with Preston, and finally run down deep in Mark Twain territory inside the 20.
From the 33 down to, where are they going to mark it? Going to need a calculator to add this.
All the way to the 15. Woo.
Yeah. So 33, 17. You going to do the math for me? Do that quick
No.
math. Come on.
You're the numbers, man.
52 yards.
There you
How
go.
about that? Holy smokes. Back-to-back runs of over 40 yards for Starks. He's right at 100 yards. Actually, he's over 100 yards at 103.
Gets it again for a gain of about 5. As we're down to 4 minutes to go in the first half. Wow, this first half is just rocketed by.
Blown by.
They give him 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Only had Bowling Green's thrown 2 passes, and Mark Twain's thrown 2 as well, so that doesn't slow the clock down very much.
No, they've written up some other passing plays, but the defense has gotten a hold of the quarterback.
Exactly.
Gain of 4 on first down for Marcus Starks. And they'll give it to Charlie Bowen this time. No, quarterback keeps it on the far side and into the end zone. That's a touchdown, isn't it?
Yep, that's what I told you. They're going to keep pounding it inside. An 11-yard touchdown run by Dalton. Faked that handoff that time, and he went in actually untouched.
They'll go for 2 again here to try and get it to a 14-6 game.
Didn't take long to answer for Bowling Green.
Not at all. 12-6, 3:32 to go here in the second quarter. From Mark Twain High School, Mark Froenick, Jim Ross. Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Sun Window Company, County Market in Vandalia, and Len Schurter Realty. Run to the far side and cut down shy. That's a big hit. Wow.
Yeah, I believe that was Keel, wasn't it, on the carry?
Cooper Keel.
Yeah.
And he tried to go around the edge and just got wiped out shy of the goal line.
We were blocked by the line.
Or he got in. They're saying
did they
14.
count it? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, my goodness. That was a late signal then,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
14 on the board. Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't the official at the pylon that
no,
signaled
it was right there. Yeah, kind of fooled us, didn't it?
Yes, it did. 14-6, Bowling Green. 3:32 to go in the half. This is Week 5 football on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, Craig Bowen, CPA, and Mick Mailer & Sons, Backhoe and Excavating.
When it comes to buying or selling real estate, you can count on the professionals at Penrod Real Estate in Louisiana. Serving Pike County and surrounding areas, Penrod Real Estate can find buyers for your home or property and can also assist in helping you find the home of your dreams. Residential or commercial, the friendly folks at Penrod Real Estate invite you to reach out if you're in need of help in any area of the real estate process. Phone 754-6922 or visit the office at 618 Georgia in Louisiana. Penrod Real Estate looks forward to serving you.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Pike County Memorial Hospital, Cellular and Satellite Center, and Abel's Quick Shops.
Starks wasn't kicking this time, and it was a squibber.
Niemeyer kicked a bullet.
Out to the 35, it's returned. 3:24 to go in the half. 14-6, Bowling Green.
So they're going to mark it all the way to 38, give them a little extra, 15-yard return.
Dylan Dalton with the touchdown, 2-point conversion, although he paid the price, Cooper Keel. And I think Mark Twain's got to hurry things up a little bit here offensively. And they get Bowling Green to move. That'll help, 5 free.
Absolutely. Oh,
no, they give it to the offense. Whew.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say we need to quit trying to guess what the call is.
We've been wrong every single time tonight.
Quincy Hutt goes in for Louisiana with 34 seconds. Actually, now it's the end of the first quarter, and Louisiana leads Van Far 14-6.
So we're a little ahead.
A little ahead. We're going to be a little ahead of everybody.
Yeah. Here's another run up the middle and cut down. He goes head over heels. Charlie Bowen with the tackle.
Yeah, that was Moss on the carry. They'll give him 1. He got airborne, which that's never good for a power back like him. You want to keep your feet on the ground, and got tripped up and then got blasted, as you said, by Bowen.
2nd and 13 after the short gain. And the clock moving inside 3 minutes. Hawkins with the play from the near sideline. Down to 2:45, play clock at 10 as they break the huddle. Big possession here for the Tigers. They want to tie this up before the end of the half. And the give again. Oh, nice cut for the back Moss. And he'll get about 11 yards, it looks like.
Going to be close to the front. Yeah, they're going to mark him 1 yard shy, it looks like. Moss up to 77 yards on the ground here in this first half. So the two featured backs having big nights on the ground so far.
3rd and 1 for the Tigers. Clock continues to, they stopped it now. I guess he went out of bounds. Yeah. 3rd and 1, and that'll be enough for the first. 1 yard gain, actually 2 yard gain for Moss. And the clock will stop again to move the chains.
Moss's 11th carry in the first half. He's going to be a tired young man tonight. 14-6, Bowling Green leads it. We're down to 2 minutes to play in the first half. Yep, you heard me right, in the first half.
Yeah. We're ahead of a lot of the action around the area tonight. From the Bowling Green 48, they put Preston in motion to the near side. That'll give you 2 receivers. And now they'll put him back and instead give the ball actually the keeper for Hawkins, and he'll go forward for 5 into Bowling Green territory.
Yeah, they faked that jet sweep to Preston that time that didn't really work so well, and Hawkins kept it and went up the middle for 5.
Down to the 47-yard line of the Bobcats, minute 25 to play. Still taking their time offensively are the Tigers.
They just have 1 timeout as they've had to burn 2 of them.
Preston will get the carry this time, and he's going backward.
It's not working.
Through the line.
Big number 55.
That's Harrison Hunt.
Yes, sir. For a big loss. Well, they're going to give him forward progress, but I don't necessarily ever buy that call. He was still trying to run the ball. So they're going to mark it as a loss of 4.
And Bowling Green will take a timeout here with a minute 4. They think they might get this ball back. 14-6, they lead Mark Twain here in week 5. More football in a minute on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Orff Construction, Prairie's Edge Garden Center, and Penrod Real Estate.
Before or after the games this season, let's go to Airco. They're always glad to see you at Airco Travel Plaza in Bowling Green and Airco Convenience Store in Louisiana. Stop in, fill up your vehicle, and fill yourself up with deli sandwiches, snacks, soda, Chester's fried chicken, and more. Good luck to the area teams this year from all your friends at Airco. Open 24 hours a day in Bowling Green on Business 61 South and from Airco Convenience Store, Junction 79 and 54 in Louisiana. Let's go, Airco.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio, brought to you by Young Enterprises, Family Drug, and Brown Smokehouse Meats.
Right down below us, it's 3rd and 9 for the Tigers with a minute 4 to go in the first half.
Bowling Green still has 2 timeouts.
Roll out. Trouble. He puts it in the air, and it is incomplete.
Intended for Preston. He was under good coverage back there with both Starks and
Owen Niemeyer.
Heidecker was there, 12. So it'll be 4th and
9.
They got to save a timeout by passing the ball. And so a good break for Bowling Green there. They'll send Starks back deep. Let's see if they want to kick it to him. Moss does the punting for Mark Twain.
He's standing at about the 19-yard line is Marcus Starks.
You can't kick it to him either.
And now a timeout will be taken. The final timeout by the Tigers with 56.8 seconds to go. 14-6, Bowling Green leads here in Week 5 on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Sharpshine Car Wash and Storage and Center Locker Service.
You simply can't buy a better replacement window than one from Sun Window Company. Energy-efficient windows and doors with a lifetime warranty on both the window and installation. Sun Window Company, family-owned and operated since 1989, offers low factory direct prices on high-quality vinyl windows, custom designed to fit perfectly and built to last. See how much you can save. Call Sun Windows, 573-549-2080 for details and a free estimate. Sun Window Company, Highway 161 in Middletown.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102, is brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicky Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
So 4th and 9 for the Tigers, and they got the punt team on even after the timeout.
Probably a good timeout. Make sure you know what you're doing on this.
Fielded by Marcus. They drag him down shy of the 30. Good punt coverage there by the Tigers. 47.7 seconds to go.
5 yards on the return. Yeah, you said it right. Good coverage that time. Kick it high. Give your guys time to get down there. And don't let Starks get loose. Kind of the same approach Bowling Green's taking with Preston on punts.
Mm-hmm. So the Bobcats have to go 72, 73 yards.
They have 2 timeouts and 47 seconds.
Give is to Marcus. He has blockers. He jumps over a man, still on his feet, and that takes a good chunk of it. He's across the 50 to the Mark Twain 48. And a timeout, I think.
Should be, yes.
33.3 seconds to go.
22 yards on the carry by Starks.
Timeout, Bowling Green, who lead this ball game 14-6 in the second quarter on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Sun Window Company, County Market in Vandalia, and Len Scherter Realty.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on the Eagle 102. Brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
You think these lines on both sides are a little tired after this quick-moving first half?
They've been doing all the work, that's for sure, the bulk of it.
So 1st and 10 for the Bobcats from the Mark Twain 48-yard line after the big run by Marcus Starks. He'll get it again, and nothing happening this time. No gain. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And they'll burn their last timeout.
So they take the timeout. Game of the Week coverage on KJFM brought to you by Meyer Implement Company, County Market in Louisiana, and Hayden's Motorsports Center. You just keep going with Starks, or do you start putting it to the air here on 2nd and 9?
You're out of timeouts now. You probably got to take one shot through the air, don't you, and see what happens. You don't want to throw a pick six, so you got to be careful with that.
You're up 14-6. You'd love to get this thing to 20, 21, 22 points before the end of the half, because this has been just ground and pound, just hard-nosed first half. You want some breathing room going into the final 24 minutes.
Remember the old National Geographic shows they used to show when we were kids of 2 rams running into each other up in the mountains? That's what this has been in the first half.
So a big 2nd and 9 play here with 31 seconds to go. Bowling Green out of timeouts. Both teams out of timeouts. They put Cooper in motion to the far side, and they are going to throw here on 2nd down. And that is caught.
There's a flag. That's going to be holding. Afraid?
Against the Bobcats, so that'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Official comes to the middle of the field and does signal the hold. Ask Coach Leak if he wants to accept it, or
why sure you take the penalty. Why wouldn't you? That is nuts.
So it's going to be 2nd and about 22. The spot of the foul was the 50-yard line. Well, now they only take it to the 41 of the Bobcats. So 2nd and 20 for Bowling Green. And a little screen pass. They get the penalty yardage back, take it all the way down to the 45, but now you're running out of time. You're down to 15 seconds. Yep. Gunnar Bryant, and they'll spike the ball here.
Give him 12 on that.
Nope, they're not going to spike it. They go no huddle. They're going to the end zone. Pass deep, far sideline, and that is caught. Caught.
But no time. No time left on the clock.
And, yep, it'll run out before they can get down the field. So we're going to halftime in a 8-point ball game.
A 45-yard pass and catch I think that was Niemeyer on the catch. And that's the way the half will end as they
down
run
to that,
out of
what,
time.
2?
Well, they marked it at the 5, I think is where they marked it.
It didn't matter. They ran out of clock, and we go to halftime with Bowling Green up 14-6 in this battle atop the EMO in Week 5 on KJFM.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Hi, I'm Len Scherter, owner-broker of Scherter Realty, LLC, with offices in Bowling Green. I specialize in many types of real estate as a multi-licensed realtor, a dedicated professional ready to work for you, the first-time buyer or the million-dollar seller. I'm proud to be working in my hometown and still farming, and a very special thank you to all of my clients over the past 10 years for trusting in my real estate experience and expertise. Call me at 573-470-8500 for an appointment to discuss your needs.
Since 1939, Meyer Implement Company has been serving the local agricultural and business communities with quality sales and service. Meyer Implement has also taken great pride in supporting those communities and would like to wish the area sports teams the best of luck throughout their seasons. Be sure to stop by and visit the people who truly appreciate your business. Meyer Implement Company in Bowling Green.
If it's time to ride or time to work, it's time to visit Hayden's Motorsports Center in Frankfort. Time to ride with Honda and Polaris ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. Time to work with Steel and Husqvarna chainsaws, weed eaters, leaf blowers, and more. There isn't a friendlier or more knowledgeable staff than those at Hayden's. If you need help at work or at play, let Hayden's Motorsports Center be your one-stop shop for the most fun and hard-working power sports equipment in the area. They're always ready to help. Hayden's Motorsports Center, just off Highway 61 North in Frankfort.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Well, that first half was everything we wanted and then a little bit more. 14-6 Bowling Green. Only 49 minutes it took to play the first half of this ball game, and boy, it has been action-packed, and both of these feature backs, Marcus Starks and Landon Moss, have been pretty fantastic through the first 2 quarters.
Yes, they have. They
different styles for sure.
Sure. Moss with 79 yards on the ground and the 18-yard halfback touchdown pass to account for Mark Twain scoring. Starks at 130 yards already in the first half, and
he's yet to get in the end zone.
No, he did.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He had a 46-yard touchdown. He had 2 big runs in there of 41 and 52. And those went a long way towards this 14-6 lead.
Just action-packed. The clock barely stopped. Not a whole lot of passing in the first half of this ball game, although that one at the end was pretty exciting. Bowling Green almost got to 20 points on a last-second Hail Mary.
Yeah, it kind of pollutes the passing yardage, however, as it bumped them up to 76 yards through the air. And it was for naught because time ran out, but you got to count it. Rushing yards, Bowling Green 158, 76 through the air, 18 return yards, total of 252. Mark Twain 61 yards on the ground, 18 yards passing, 77 return yards for 156. And you ask me, you might say, well, how's Moss have the running yardage and them have less as a team? Well, there were a bunch of negative plays in there. A couple of sacks, big sacks of Hawkins that amounted to negative 26. And then, of course, Preston, one of the main guys for Mark Twain, both of his carries were total negative 5.
So they're honoring, I believe, POWs, MIAs here at halftime. We'll take a break, come back with more from Mark Twain High School after this.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Sailor and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
You only get one chance to make a first impression. Dieter's Sign Company and T-shirt shop in Bowling Green can help you make that first impression and last impression. Specializing in signs of all kinds, including trucks, banners, windows, and many more, vinyl lettering that will last. New this year at Dieter's Sign Company, in-house digital graphics. With their in-house graphic designer, they can make it happen, whether it be a sign or a shirt. When you need a sign, think Dieter's Sign Company and T-shirt shop. Business 61 South in Bowling Green, 324-5484. When it's time for some heavy-duty work at your place, there's only one name to remember, Mick Mailer. Mick Mailer & Sons, backhoe and excavating of Silex, offers septic system pumping and grease trap cleanouts. Just give them a call for all types of backhoe work with high lift and track hoe. They install water or sewer lines, septic tanks, and drain tile. They can build lakes, do dump truck work, jackhammering, bobcat work, and more. Fully insured, you can count on quality workmanship from Mick Mailer & Sons, backhoe and excavating in Silex. Call 573-384-5978.
Your source for custom apparel and embroidery is South Lake Designs in Perry. With over 15 years of experience, the South Lake Designs team can outfit your school, business, club, or organization. South Lake Designs also offers promotional products and complete graphic design services. Let South Lake Designs be your creative partner in graphic design, screen printing, banners, yard signs, business cards, and much more. Follow South Lake Designs on Facebook or visit their website at southlakedesigns.com. South Lake Designs, 201 North Palmyra Street in Perry.
The best coverage of high school sports is on KJFM. Brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
And if you're wondering, the Cardinals in the nightcap of that doubleheader leading the Cubs 6-2 in, I believe, the bottom of the fourth inning. And, you lost Edmundo Sosa earlier with that hit by pitch to the hand. I don't know.
No broken bones. No broken bones in the X-ray. And they had Davies pitching, which Davies historically, the Cubs did, give the Cardinal fits. But sounds like tonight, so far so good.
Well, Flaherty's back in the nightcap.
Yes, he did. And they also activated Dakota Hudson.
Mm-hmm.
So, they may give him an inning or two if they get some space. Let's take a look at some scores here. North Shelby in an 8-man game playing Knox County. Knox County's an 8-man team this year, 14-0 at half. These are all either late second quarter or halftime scores. North Mac over Pittsfield 26-0. Hannibal leads Mexico 28-7. Brookfield over Macon 16-7. Brookfield's head coach resigned middle of the season.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so they've got an assistant coach who's in as the interim. Marceline leads Paris 39-0. Galesburg over Quincy 7-6. Francis Howell over Troy 21-10. I think Troy's undefeated this year. Highland and South Shelby are now tied at 8. Monroe City leads Palmyra late in the second, 18-7. Quincy Notre Dame and Breeze Mater Dei 7-7 late in the second. So there are your scores that we have as of the moment.
And misspoke. It's the bottom of the second inning, and the Cardinals are up 6-2.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Yeah,
a lot of scoring,
in a 7-inning game.
A lot of scoring. Well, that tells you Flaherty didn't exactly get out of the first inning clean either, did he?
Yeah, he was on a very low pitch count today. I don't think he's still in there.
Actually, Dakota Hudson is.
Yeah.
Maybe they started Hudson. He's pitched one inning. Let me pull up the stats here real quick.
But talking about this game, win, lose, or draw, we mentioned it in the pregame. Is Mark Twain for real? I think that first half says yes, they are for real.
Oh, I think so. But, we talked about it in the pregame. Will the size of Bowling Green wear them down here in the second half? We're going to find out because we talked about it. It's just been the big boys up front going at it, and Moss and Starks trying to clean up afterwards. And so we'll see which teams got the best stamina as we get into this second half. It's been a dandy, and I've got to say that I don't know how many years I've been doing this, too many to count. That's the fastest first half of high school football game in my career.
That was quick.
Fast.
That was quick. 49 minutes, yeah. And at the end of it, Trey Monroe, he's a big, fit kid, and he was kind of doubled over trying to suck air there at the end of the first half. So that's how physical the Bowling Green's line is.
Well, we talked about what kind of effect would the week off have. Well, that may be part of it. You kind of lose your game stamina, your game fitness, if you will.
Yeah.
And that may be part of it. Of course, they also haven't played an offensive line or a defensive line like this, or offensive line for that matter, like this either. So you got to give Mark Twain a lot of credit. And really, they ended up getting a touchdown on that halfback pass, but they were down deep in the first quarter and had a procedure penalty, then a sack, knocked them out all the way out to the 50-yard line, actually. Mm-hmm. Same thing happened on that second series in the red zone, and this time they threw a halfback pass on fourth and goal from the 18.
Yeah.
So, but mistakes, you can't have that.
Yeah, and I think they had to go gimmick there on 4th and 18 to
they caught everybody off guard.
Yes, they did. So our score after 2 quarters, Bowling Green 14, Mark Twain 6. Back with more of the halftime show after this on KJFM.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
Before and after the game, Night Owl's Cafe has your fix for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert. Night Owls is the perfect spot for down-home cooking, offering a full menu of tasty items sure to fit your taste buds. From breakfast sandwiches and waffles to pizza, burgers, and wraps, Night Owls has it all. Check out the Night Owls Facebook page for daily specials and updates on their freshly baked pastries. Night Owls Cafe, 115 Main Street in Silex.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, agent, and Perkins Electrical Services.
Bowling Green back from the locker room, sprinted out of the locker room, showing everyone how fresh they are for the second half of this ball game.
Well, they're out pretty early, and they're going to actually put another 3 minutes on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
So they got plenty of time to stretch and get rested up, if you will.
So what adjustments do you think these teams make at halftime? The run game's been working pretty well, eating a lot of clock. It's an 8-point game. What can Bowling Green do differently?
Well, they've been pounding it up the middle, and the one play where they faked it up the middle, Dalton went in untouched, for his touchdown on the option. I think if they want to get outside and try and get Starks the ball outside in some space, that would be the adjustment they're going to make, or some play action pass stuff and throw it. But the defensive lines put pressure on Dalton all night. Actually, both quarterbacks have had no time to pass it at all. And so I'm not sure passing is the option, although he completed that really long Hail Mary pass right at the end of the half. But that's what I would think they're going to try to do. Now, for the big thing that's happened in this game that hasn't happened in this game is we haven't heard anything out of Lakota Preston. He's got 2 carries on jet sweeps for -5 yards. He hasn't got his hands on a punt or kick return yet. They've got to get him involved in the game somehow. Moss is doing his thing. I mean, he's pounding it up the middle and has had a couple longer runs, and that's going to continue to work for him, I would guess. But it would really free things up inside if they could get Preston the ball on the outside some and loosen things up in the middle.
Yeah, it just seems like, north and south, he's got all the speed in the world. We saw him, in a foot race with Starks on a long run, and he tracked him down. Yeah. But other than that, east and west, he seems a little indecisive, and that's getting him in trouble.
Right, and then the penetration by the defensive line for Bowling Green on those 2 jet sweeps has been good, and he has had nowhere to run at all. I'm not sure that they can keep. Dalton's a little taller and a little more accomplished passer probably than Hawkins is. So I'm not sure throwing the ball, unless it's the short variety stuff to get it out of 3-step drop and get it out of Hawkins' hands before the defensive line comes. That may work. Bowling Green, Dalton's a tall enough kid that if they can, give him a little, 3 or 4 seconds, he will be able to complete some passes. But neither quarterback's done much. The longest, other than that long Hail Mary at the end, the longest pass play of the game was, by the Moss.
Yeah,
the running
18
back.
yards, yeah. So Bowling Green will have it to start the second half as Mark Twain won the opening toss and elected to receive. So the Bobcats will have the first possession, almost scored on the last possession. I think they want to play off the momentum of that drive a little bit and try and get this to a 2-score game as quickly as possible, because Mark Twain has not played from behind at all this season.
No, well, neither one of the teams has. But in a team that likes to ground and pound, you get them in a situation where you have to throw the football. You've got them where you want them.
Exactly. Our Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Magruder Limestone Company, Dieter Sign Company and T-Shirt Shop, Pepsi Cola Bottling Company, Craig Bowen CPA, and McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating. Back with the second half here in Week 5 from Mark Twain High School after this on KJFM.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes to the Philadelphian favorite water ice, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Carla Northcutt CPA LLC wishes area teams the best of luck this season and understands that teamwork is a key part in the winning combination. Carla Northcutt has worked to provide Perry and surrounding communities with the best and most accurate service for the last 8 years. The accounting firm offers tax planning and preparation, financial statement preparation, bookkeeping, and payroll services for individuals, businesses, and even farms. When it comes to accounting and tax services, think Carla Northcutt CPA LLC, 28738 Highway 19 in Perry.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season with Eagle 102. Brought to you by Mike's Tire and Service Center, Bank of Louisiana, and a taste of Philly.
Another home run. Paul DeYoung just hit one, and it's 8-2 Cardinals in the top of the third inning.
So we're seeing one of the crazy things that happens in high school football. Both teams are on the field. They've stretched. They're ready to go, but they have this mandatory 3 minutes. So we've been standing here for a minute. Well, there's only 48 seconds left. So about 2 minutes, the teams have been on the field ready to go, and we're standing here waiting. Why wouldn't we have a little common sense in the world? Wipe the time off the clock. These kids are ready to rock. They're just standing out there getting tight. You know.
Now the official from the far side flips the ball to the kicker for the Tigers. Is that 10? Is that Eckler going to kick it off?
I believe that's correct. And, of course, now they've switched it up a little bit. They've got Starks up as one of the two up backs and got Keel back deep.
14-6, Bowling Green leads through 2 quarters. Start of the second quarter. Eckler still waiting 3 more seconds, and then they got to put 12 on. There we go. Now we're ready for football. And they kick it to the far side, and who got on it?
Well, that
Did it go out of bounds?
That was about as crazy as a swim kick as I've ever seen. It actually spun sideways and got rolling on its side, like one of your putts the other day, and went out of bounds at the 30. What are they going to mark it? 37, it looks like.
Yeah.
And that's where Bowling Green will start the second half.
1st and 10 for the Bobcats. They scored on their first possession of the first quarter. They'd like to do that again here to get this thing to a 2-touchdown lead. And not much happening on first down. They push the pile forward for a gain of 3.
Just a straight dive play that time to Starks. He had 130 yards in the first half. You're just joining us, and a touchdown.
His 11th of the season. There's the quick math. That's thrown at quick math there.
Yeah. What? 10 plus 1.
Looking to pass on 2nd and 9, and it's completed. Is that Bowen on the far side?
It is. He'll be close to the first down. Have to see where they mark it.
It looked like he was short.
So they're going to give him 6.
3rd and 1.
Bowen's second catch of the game.
He's been a nice option.
He has.
In the passing game. He was knocked out of bounds, so the clock stops with 11:20 to go in the third. In an 8-point game, and here's Marcus on the far side, pulling that pile forward for the first down and then some, across the 50 to the 47-yard line of the Tigers.
Yep, they'll give him about 7 on that carry. Had a full head of steam going when he took the ball that time.
So 1st and 10 and all sorts of movement. I don't think anyone was set on that one. The first one across the line was Jackson Charlton, and it'll be 1st and 15.
That it is. In the second half at Van Far, Louisiana comes out and scores, and they stretch their lead out to 21-6. Actually, that's still in the first half. My mistake, with 54 seconds to play.
Yeah, we're well ahead of everyone else. In the third quarter here.
And we aren't going to slow down.
Nope. Already a minute plus gone. Starks gets blasted. Ball comes out, and Mark Twain has it.
That ball came out on and when he hit the ground, didn't it?
They're going to say it's a turnover.
Holy moly. Well, we don't have instant replay, so the first turnover is recovered by Mark Twain.
Starks was absolutely plastered on that play. I'm not sure how his helmet stayed on.
Had a little help through the line, and you're right, got smashed.
So first possession, and whistles from the far side, and a timeout taken by the defense as Mark Twain was looking to get the offense out there and run a big play right off the bat. 10:37 to play here, third quarter, 14-6. Bowling Green leads. Mark Twain gets the turnover on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Missouri Farm Bureau agent Andy Smith, Carla Northcutt, CPA, and South Lake Designs.
When someone is arrested, family and friends go into crisis mode. If the bail is set more than you or a family member can afford, then securing a bail bond is your best option. Jeff and Gayla Barton of Barton Bail Bonds in Hannibal are here to help you in your time of need. Barton Bail Bonds has served the area since 1992, and they offer affordable options for the unexpected. Life isn't always easy. Make Barton Bail Bonds in Hannibal your first call.
The area's best coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice, and All Parts.
That's, I believe, Stark's first fumble since week 1, but this one he couldn't do anything about. That was just an insane hit. And here is going back the other way.
Moss again, yeah. Good yardage on first down.
Had Marcus on his back and got helped out by Heidecker. Well, that's a gain of 7 on first down.
Just off tackles, all they've done. Power football at its finest.
2nd and 3 with the clock moving as Mark Twain tries to tie this game up.
Well, again, they're not going to get in any hurry, just being down by a touchdown and 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
Now you stretch that out to 2 touchdowns, it's a different story.
2nd and 3. Inside handoff this time.
Talbot.
And he is pulled back, but they'll give him forward progress for 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Talbot hadn't been able to get free tonight. Most of his running on the inside out of the fullback position. He's got pretty good speed if he gets free as well.
Hawkins gets the play from the Tiger coaching staff and extended conversation. Play clock down to 20 before he finally comes back to the huddle. 3rd and 1.
See if they want to take a shot through the air.
This will be a good spot for it. Only one receiver to the near side. They'll hand it off and gets away from Bowen, gets the first down.
Good stiff running that time. Looks like they'll give him about 3 on the carry. She said got hit right at the line of scrimmage, but he runs downhill and picks up the first down at the, what'd you say, 38?
That's right. 1st and 10. Clock continues to move. Down to 8:45 to go in this 3rd quarter.
14-6, Bowling Green leads it.
Mark Twain kicked it off to start the half, got the turnover, forced the fumble from Marcus Starks. And now it is just pound time with the run game. And here's Moss again. Met at the line and pulled down. He just kept moving those legs forward. It took 4 different Bobcats to bring him down, and he'll get close to 4 yards.
He made a nice little jump cut to the right in the middle of that. That's freed him up a little bit. Wasn't able to get free completely, but it went from a no gain to 4 yards.
2nd and 6 for the Tigers with 4 minutes gone in the 3rd. This has been a great football game in week 5.
That it has, just exactly what we thought, right?
That's what we hope for. That's what we hope for almost every week is a
yes, we do.
Good game to call. But this one had the potential, and it's lived up to it. A toss this time to Moss to the far side. Little different look there, and this is only going to go for about 2.
Yeah, they try to get outside, and Bowling Green's got pretty good speed on the edge, especially for Moss. He's not necessarily a breakaway type back.
They only give him 1, so it's 3rd and 5. Clock rolling down near 7 minutes to go in the half, or in the quarter.
Probably in 4-down territory, obviously, with the ball at the Bowling Green 33-yard line.
Hawkins gets the play from the near side. Tigers trail Bowling Green by 8. 3rd and 5. And not much there for Moss that time.
Maybe a yard.
That's what they're going to give him, maybe half yard. Be 4th and a long 4.
Well, what's Coach Austin Leak got in his bag of tricks now? Preston comes back into the game, so you got to expect it's going to be something to do with him, with it being 4th and a long 4, maybe 5, short 5. Trips to the left this time.
Say, look out for a halfback pass, huh? Rolling out to the near side is Hawkins. Hot pursuit by Bowling Green, and he's knocked out of bounds. It's going to be very close. The Tigers think he has it. The Bowling Green Bobcats think they stopped him. No indication yet.
Have to see where they mark it, huh?
It's going to be at the 30-yard line, which is going to be short.
If that's where the mark is, you are correct.
It's just across, and it is a turnover on down. So Bowling Green doesn't let the fumble hurt them. They get the ball back. That is a huge turn of events there in Bowling Green's favor.
Certainly is. Great pursuit that time by Bowen, and a solid tackle right at the end of that run, right on the sideline.
Mm-hmm. Game of the Week coverage on KJFM brought to you by the law offices of Briscoe and Brannon, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and Central Bank of Audrain County. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats, and they're back on the ground, and not much there this time. The whole defense brought down the quarterback, or Keel.
Yeah, ran that little trap play that time, and it didn't work.
They'll lose a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11.
Keel with blazing speed if he can get outside, but there was no room to run there. That was a little slow developing play.
Down to 5:35 to go in the 3rd quarter. Mark Froning, Jim Ross, Week 5 football for Mark Twain. It's been a good one so far. Rollout, put it in the air. It's caught by Starks on the far side, and he'll have the first down and a bit more. He gets out to the 45-yard line, gain of 16 on the play.
You know, if he'd have taken that ball to the outside instead of the inside, he had a sideline of green grass. He had a blocker with him, but he tried to cut it back, and that's where the defenders were. But good for the first down nonetheless.
Starks in motion, inside handoff this time. And is that Bowen for 5?
That it is, right up the gut.
And it'll bring up 2nd and 5 from the 50-yard line.
Bowen has been reasonably quiet tonight. That's just his 14th yard on 4 carries.
Hudson has Schilt and the trainers out on the mound with him right now. After
it's never good.
Flaherty left after a 3rd of an inning. Little confusion there.
Busted play, I think, and Dalton's going to go forward with it and
get the first down. He got about 7.
2 linemen are chasing, blocking number 80 for Mark Twain. That's maybe it was number 60, Coleman Epperson, all the way over towards the sideline, well away from the play. So they give Dalton 5 for the first down.
Takes it down to the 44 of the Tigers. 1st and 10, Bowling Green. Little misdirection there, and ends up with Starks, and he'll get about 3 before he's pushed back by a bevy of Tigers, led by number 34, or excuse me, 38. That's Austin Shepard.
Maybe 2 on the carry.
That's what they'll give him.
Up to 142 yards on the ground so far this evening for Mr. Starks.
2nd and 8 from the 42 of the Tigers. And
Dalton keeps it on the fake handoff up the middle.
And he takes it past the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
13 yards on the carry, and that's worked every time. Went for a touch, or I guess it was a conversion point, wasn't it? Earlier. And no, actually it was a touchdown run, 11-yard touchdown run. And they're keying on that inside handoff, and that's what I said, man, if they ever pitch one, look out.
And here's Starks up the middle and gone all the way to the house. Touchdown, Bowling Green. Bang. 29 yards, 2:51 to go in the quarter. And that makes it a 2-score game here at Mark Twain High School.
Man, just like that, he breaks through the line of scrimmage and is gone. They're stacking a lot in the box, and once he broke through, there was nobody home to catch him that time.
And that was a burst of speed.
That it was.
Smoke coming off his heels. I think he's a little upset about that fumble. They'll go for 2 again. They put Keel in motion, roll out, throw, and it's tipped away. Incomplete. 20-6. Bowling Green leads. 2:51 to go in the third quarter here in Week 5 on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Clint Bowen Construction, Airco Convenience Centers, and Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique.
Bank of Louisiana ensures their customers are always in the know when it comes to their banking. Bank of Louisiana's top-of-the-line mobile banking service allows you to check account balances, review your account history, transfer funds. Plus, you can pay your bills all on one app. Call Bank of Louisiana for more information or visit bola.cc.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Pike County Memorial Hospital, Cellular and Satellite Center, and Abel's Quick Shops.
Big touchdown there for Starks, his second of the night. Makes it a 2-score game.
Well, that 2-point conversion was important, though, to not get that in for Mark Twain, so they just trail by 14 now rather than 16. So it may not seem like much, but that may come into play. Starks is going to kick it this time.
And he kicks it deep.
Out of bounds.
Yep, flag will come out.
Not sure that was exactly the plan.
Puts his hands on his hips.
So
his legs are a little tired.
I think they bring it out to the 35 in high school, don't they?
I believe so. That's where they're standing, and that's where they'll mark the ball. I think you can have the choice of the 35 or a re-kick.
I'm assuming they'll take it at the 35.
I don't know. They're going to re-kick.
Oh, they are. Going to move it back 5. Make them, well, when you got a threat like Preston back there, maybe they have a brain cramp and kick it to him. Halftime at Van Far, Louisiana goes to the locker room on top 21-6. And it's homecoming tonight at Van Far.
So Bowling Green will re-kick. Starks puts a leg into it. To the far side, over the head. They should have taken the 35. Preston has trouble picking it up. Here comes the kick coverage. He gets away from the first man and is finally wrapped up on the far sideline.
They're going to be pinned pretty, although he came from the 1-yard line.
Yeah.
And they were in a peck of trouble. He got it all the way out what looks to
13.
be the 13. Yeah. So a 12-yard return made a whole lot out of nothing. And even though they're still deep in their own end, they're not in the shadow of their goal post.
So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Second possession of the second half, and we're down to 2:45 to go in the third quarter.
Cooper Keel came up limping after he almost had Preston at the 1-yard line.
On 1st and 10, they go with Moss. He turned his back forward and is going to be stopped for a gain of 1.
Maybe.
Yeah.
They'll give him 1. Been tough running in the second half.
Yes, it has. Week 5 coverage brought to you on KJFM by Sparks Maintenance Contracting, Night Owls Cafe, Remax Realty, Elisha Koenig, the agent in Bowling Green. 2:10 to go in the third. Cardinals are leading 8-3, I believe, now. Hand off.
Actually, Hawkins kept it. They faked the jet sweep, and Hawkins kept it, went up the gut. And he's going to gain a yard up.
About a half yard.
A half yard. We'll be generous and give him 1.
3rd and 8.
They need something here.
Yeah. Down to a minute and a half to go in the third quarter.
Or Bowling Green's going to have really good field position.
Yeah, it would take a monster punt to flip the field from here.
Wind's kind of turned around a little bit, too. It's coming out of the northwest instead of the southwest. And now we've got a whistle, and is it a timeout? It is.
Timeout taken by the Tigers. Minute 18 to go in the third quarter. Bowling Green leads at 20-6. A big 3rd and 8 when we come back on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Barton Bail Bonds, Kranka Metallurgical, and Beinhoff Funeral Homes.
Beinhoff Funeral Homes has a long history of caring, compassionate service for not just the families they serve, but the communities they call home. The Beinhoff name has been a staple around the area since 1943 and continue to look for ways to provide that extra attention to families during their most difficult times. Beinhoff Funeral Homes has 4 locations: Center, Perry, Ladonia, and Vandalia. For more information, visit their website at beinhofffuneralhome.com.
Follow Area High School sports on KJFM Radio, brought to you by Young Enterprises, Family Drug, and Brown Smokehouse Meats.
3rd and 8 for the Tigers after the timeout. They're pinned.
Well, let's see what trickery Austin Leake's pulling out of the old playbook here on this long 3rd down.
Put a man in motion to the far side, roll out, near side. He gets the ball away and short hops his intended target. That was number 10, Connor Eckler.
Actually was open. Hawkins was running for his life and underthrew him by about 10 yards, actually. Yeah. So now they'll have to punt it, and Starks will get back at about the 50. Well, he's going to stop at about the 45 and see if he can do some damage on this punt return. Now he's back to the 50.
Minute 12 to go here in the 3rd quarter. This game going by at lightning speed. They get the kick away.
And they'll just let it bounce. Takes a Bowling Green bounce.
And it'll be downed at the 43-yard line of the Tigers.
Or the 37.
That's what I meant. I was on the wrong side there for a second.
Yeah, I wouldn't reverse. So great field position as we predicted for Bowling Green. Late here in the 3rd, leading 20-6.
Yeah, this is the ball game, I think, here. If you're Mark Twain, you need a stop, or it's going to be very difficult the way this game has been moving.
I would agree. And Bowling Green's been content to run it up the middle, and Starks has been able to break a bunch of them, three of them actually.
Quarterback kept it, and he'll go forward for a gain of about 3 yards. Dylan Dalton.
Dalton up to 39 yards on the ground. 98 through the air.
2nd and 7.
Bowling Green won't be in any rush either. They're more than content to run the clock.
Yeah, one more play will get them out of the 3rd quarter into the 4th. 37 seconds remaining. Play clock down to 10. Pitch out this time for Starks. Gets a miss out of the first man and gets positive yardage and then goes out of bounds. Well, they'll stop the clock with 22.6 seconds to go. That was important for Mark Twain.
Yes, it was, and somebody's down.
I can't see if it's a
player or a coach. No, it's a player.
That's Preston.
He bounced right up. So they'll give Starks, I would say
about
4. About 4 on the carry.
And out of bounds. Short 3 on 3rd down.
Ball at the 29-yard line.
20-6 Bowling Green. Tigers need a stop. Bobcats want to convert. It's 4-down territory either way.
For sure.
And most likely the last play here in the 3rd quarter, and they sneak it up the gut and get the first down.
Yeah, Dalton went for about 5. I'd give him 4, it looks like.
So a fresh set of downs to start the 4th quarter.
And they'll let it run.
As the quarterback goes over to the far side, Dylan Dalton, and he'll just stay there. 20-6 through 3 quarters already here in Week 5. Bowling Green leading Mark Twain on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Meyer Implement Company, County Market in Louisiana, and Hayden's Motorsports Center.
This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Did you know our agency currently offers over 30 programs and services to our communities? The Women, Infant, and Children's Program, infant through adult immunizations, car seat safety courses, diabetes counseling, and of course our amazing home health and hospice programs, just to name a few. Learn more by visiting our website at pikecountyhealth.org and see what services you and your family could benefit from.
Cranka Metallurgical in New London specializes in heat treatment, brazing, soldering, and other welding practices. Family owned and operated, Cranka has been serving the area for the last 15 years. The gang at Cranka has the knowledge and experience to help you with all your heat treating needs, big or small. At Cranka, they know the metal industry, and they do the little things to get the job done right. Stop by Cranka Metallurgical today, 16369 Business Highway 61 in New London.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Already in the fourth quarter, and it's only 8:34. Wow.
Gotta love it.
You know, there's a lot of things I'm going to miss about Clopton-Ellsbury, but getting out of there at 11:15.
4-hour games?
Yeah.
You don't like those?
Everything took longer down there. Short gain on first down, about 3.
Let's see, who was that? Looked like that was Bowen that time. Give a shout out to my old buddy Bobby Goff, a Mark Twain graduate. They gave us a shout out on their website, Muddy River News and Muddy River Sports, something new out of Quincy.
He's got it on the far side. Still
Keel,
going
I
forward.
believe.
Couldn't tell who had it for a moment. And they'll get about 5 on the play, it looks like. Actually, more than that.
Was it Keel?
I think it was.
Looked
It's
like
going to be
6.
3rd and 1.
So that gives, say, a gain of 7, gain of 6.
Yep.
7, and that gets Keel into the positive yards for the night.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Barton Bail Bonds, Cranka Metallurgical, and Beinhoff Funeral Homes. On 3rd and 1, they go with a keeper, and I think he's got enough. He got 5.
Actually, I think that was Dalton.
Yeah, it was Dylan Dalton.
Time. And the last time, I think it was Dalton, number 6. So they give him, how many did you say?
Looked like 5.
Talking.
5, and
a first down.
They get it down to the 12-yard line. So there's another first down out there if Bowling Green needs it.
And
1st and 10.
As we've said, they're going to be in no real hurry.
Inside handoff for Marcus. And Starks is through and into the end zone. A 12-yard touchdown. Marcus Starks, his 3rd of the night, 13th of the season. Comes with 10:17 to go here in the fourth quarter and extends it to a 20-point Bowling Green lead.
Looks like they had him tied up, and he just kept churning, and went in for the touchdown with 10:17 to play here in the ball game. Tough running inside by Marcus Starks. They'll go for 2.
Roll out, puts it in the air this time, and it was at the goal line and in.
Caught by Niemeyer, I believe.
Owen Niemeyer with the 2-point conversion extends this to lead to 28-6 with 10:17 to go in the fourth quarter on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Sparks Maintenance Contracting, Night Owls Cafe, and RE/MAX Realty agent Elisha Koenig.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102, is brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Another Marcus Starks score extends his Bowling Green lead now 28-6, and that might be all she wrote for week 5.
That's going to make things tough on Mark Twain. They're not necessarily a quick score offense, particularly from the line of scrimmage. And so, yeah, things are going to be tough for the Tigers because they're going to have to open it up a little bit.
Yep, we'll see how well they prepared for this situation as Niemeyer's going to kick off this time instead of Starks. And he kicks it deep.
Little pooch kick out of bounds once again.
Now will they make him re-kick again after last time?
Well, I'd take it at the 35 as me, but that's why I'm up here, not down there.
It looks like that's what they're going to do. Yep, that's what they're going to do this time, yeah.
Sending the football back to the Bowling Green sideline, as we mentioned last week. If you don't know, they get to use their own footballs on offense, so that's why they switch them out every change of possession.
And these are not Tom Brady approved.
They are not. Is he amazing or what? I don't care if you hate the guy or not.
No.
He's amazing.
They put Preston in motion. He's got it on the far sideline as he came to the near side, went back to the far side and gets into open space and into Bowling Green territory down to the 45-yard line.
He's their quick strike ability, and he picks up 20 just like that.
Clock stops to move the chains, now rolling again down to 10 minutes to go in this ball game.
Brought him in motion, and he reversed field before he cleared the line of scrimmage, and they handed it to him on the sweep around the other side.
1st and 10 from the Bobcat 45 after the run by Lakota Preston.
Got him in the slot now. See if they want to throw it to him.
They are throwing, and it's incomplete.
He made the old fatal error, turn to run before you catch it. It was right, hit him right in the chest and went through his hands because he looked the other way.
He's had a little trouble handling the ball in the air, whether it be on a kickoff or now a passing play. It's 2nd and 10.
Mark Twain has not completed a pass with the exception of Moss's halfback pass tonight.
So Hawkins looking at an offer.
That ought to tell you how tough it's going to make it. They're going to have to use Preston's legs. Got him out in the slot again, trips to the left.
He's back to pass is Hawkins. Gets it away. Far side, and it is
overthrow.
Yep. That's hard to do, overthrow Lakota Preston.
Yeah, Hawkins was under heavy pressure. Hunt in there again, all in his face. He probably had to throw it a little bit sooner than he wanted to.
Bring up 3rd and 10.
Threw it a long way. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he's got some arm.
About the 55-yard line down to the 10. So arm strength is not an issue.
Bowling Green would love a stop here. Pick up that punt about their own 20-yard line and grind this clock. 2 down territory, though. They need 2 stops.
Same formation as before. Out of the shotgun.
Rolling out this time is Hawkins. Puts it in the air. Short pass this time. Caught. And they're going to be short of the 1st down.
Eckler on the catch.
He had the touchdown earlier. It's 4th and about 2.
And he got blasted, man, when he turned to the inside. One of the big linemen, big number 74 for Bowling Green, was bearing down on him. That's Charlton. Laid the wood to him. Looks like they're just going, they'll give him 9.
Yep. So 4th and 1.
Back to the ground and pound.
And they got Bowling Green to jump. Coming across the line that time was Teddy Charlton. And a 1st down for the Tigers. That's a big conversion on the penalty.
Yeah, that's tough because Charlton's got the football nearly on the left side of his nose and went by sound rather than the movement of the ball. So Mark Twain still in business. They're going to have to speed it up, though. They got to have 3 touchdowns.
And they've got 8:45 to do it. Not impossible, but tough.
That's a fact.
They're in a pass formation again here on 1st and 10. Rolling out is Peyton Hawkins. Puts it in the air at the last second to the end zone and underthrown. And a flag comes in. Oh, my goodness.
You can't face guard. And that's what the corner was Heidecker. And what they did is they ran the same pattern that they completed the last play, but it was an out and up this time, and Eckler went up. And Heidecker just ran nose to nose with him. You got to turn and look at the football.
That pass was underthrown by 8-9 yards, though.
But it's going to be penalty, which will give them a first down. What do they do? They mark down 15, if I'm not mistaken, from the line of scrimmage in high school.
That's what they'll do. 15-yard penalty and another first down.
So they're in business at the 15. Well, okay, your quick math's gone out the window. From the 30 to the 15 is 15. That's okay.
Well, it looked like he walked 20 yards. I was going by sight, not math. And here's a flag as the ball is thrown. Pass completed to the Lakota Preston, but it's coming back, I think.
Well, we'll have to see.
Flag thrown at the line of scrimmage.
See if somebody was in the neutral zone or not. They didn't kill it as if it was procedure, so let's see what they're going to call here.
And it's a false start.
False start, maybe a legal formation, yeah. And it could have been a false start. They had to kill the play.
Yeah.
So a 5-yard penalty.
Wipes
out the good gain on the pass to Preston.
And takes this back all the way to the 21-yard line of the Bobcats.
And they'll crank the clock with 8:15 to play in the game. 28-6, Bowling Green on top. We're in the fourth.
They put the running back out to the far side, kind of a decoy, and then the pass incomplete.
Man, two guys, Niemeyer and Heidecker, both had a shot at that to pick it off, but it was a little too hot to handle for anybody. Well out in front of the receiver.
So it's 2nd and 15, 8:02 to go. Clock stops on the incompletion. Week 5 coverage brought to you by Missouri Farm Bureau agent Andy Smith, Carla Northcutt CPA, and South Lake Designs.
Trips to the left once again. See if they look for Preston. Now we got a whistle, and what's that going to be? Timeout?
I believe so. Timeout, Mark Twain, trailing Bowling Green 28-6, 8:01 to go in the fourth quarter on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Magruder Limestone Company and Dieter's Sign Company and T-Shirt Shop.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on the Eagle 102. Brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Fourth quarter, 8:01 remaining. Starks has 3 scores. Bowling Green leads 28-6. Only score for the Tigers was on a trick play, a halfback pass, as Moss connected with Eckler.
Well, Mark Twain's got to score here if they want any chance to win this football game at all. They've got Preston at the tailback position. This time they'll run out of the eye. Well, now they're going to send him in motion.
And here comes the pressure. He gets the ball off, and it is tipped and incomplete on the far side.
Yeah, Preston had like triple coverage that time.
And Bowen all over him.
He hadn't made his cut yet to even turn and look for the football, and so it'll fall incomplete.
Yeah, Hawkins was under extreme pressure from Charlie Bowen. Brings up 3rd and 15.
Stops the clock, however.
7:54 remaining. And the Tigers need another conversion here. They come to the line. Again in a passing formation. Rolling out near side this time is Hawkins. He puts it in the air, and it is caught this time by Preston, but he had to roll down immediately, and it's going to be 4th and 5, gain of 10 on the play.
Yeah, good play. Stops the clock.
Yeah, it was almost like a pylon play there.
First catch by Preston in the game.
4th and 5 for the Tigers, and if you're that Bowling Green line, put lead in your shoes right now. You don't want to jump.
Absolutely. I mean, this is the ball game right here.
They get the play off. Here's Hawkins, sets, throws, end zone, and overthrown. Turnover on downs. Bowling Green gets it back with 7:42 to play. There is a flag. Let's see who this is on.
It's in the end zone, so they're calling some sort of pass interference or holding.
Yeah, that ball was 5 yards out the back of the end zone. And it's going to be against Bowling Green.
Holding before the cut, I guess, before the pass. It certainly was not a catchable ball. So that'll give them the first down and keep the drive going, and they'll be first and goal from the 5. Tough
Costly penalty.
Yes, it was. Penalties starting to add up for Bowling Green. 45 yards, and now the Tigers are in business.
And the give is to the running back, Moss. He's fighting forward, and is he in?
We had a scrum,
no signal yet.
A scrum half.
Yeah. He stopped shy. It'll be second and goal.
And give him 4 all the way down to the 1, puts him over 100 yards at 103 for the game.
You got to give it back to him at this point, right?
Out.
He's been your entire offense
That's
tonight.
right.
You got to let him get in the end zone.
He's been the guy. Let him score the touchdown, right?
Ethan Harrison.
Louisiana scores again. Ethan Harrison.
Yep.
27-6 over Van Far.
Yep. They keep it with
Sneak.
Hawkins, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Mark Twain. 6:59 to go here in the fourth quarter. The Tigers are not done yet. 28-12.
Just right up the gut, the old quarterback sneak. And Hawkins goes in from 1 yard out. $6:59 to play in the game.
They'll go for 2, of course. And try and get this to 28-14. They're going to the air for it, and in for the 2-point conversion is Lakota Preston. 28-14. Mark Twain in the end zone for the second time tonight, but Bowling Green still leads by 2 touchdowns on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by the law offices of Briscoe and Brannon, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and Central Bank of Audrain County.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
The best coverage of high school sports is on KJFM. Brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Bobcats got to be ready for an onside kick here, right?
Exactly what I was thinking.
6:59 to play. Mark Twain down 2 touchdowns.
Well, another thing to keep in mind, Mark Twain's already burned 2 of their timeouts. So if Bowling Green recovers this, they can really grind some clock because Mark Twain will only be able to stop it 1 time.
Bowling Green set up for a deep kick.
Well, they got a big boy kicking off this time. Number 73.
That's Tyler Armour.
I got to figure he's not kicking it deep. He's a large individual.
There's the onside attempt, and
More
it's
of a
down.
Swiv kick than an onside.
Yeah.
I think he kicked it a little farther, went all the way to the 43-yard line, and an easy recovery. Looks like Heidecker over there.
That was Braden. And it's returned at the 44. 1st and 10, Bobcats. And they are in the driver's seat here against the 4-0 Tigers.
That they are. It's going to be hard to grind out a 7-minute drive, though, from just 40, 56 yards away.
As long as you put it in at the end, and here's Starks and Marcus. They were going for the strip there.
Yeah,
He'll get 9.
On that happening for sure.
2nd and 1 for Bowling Green. Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Sharpshine Car Wash and Storage and Center Locker Service. Down to 6.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Week 5 action from Mark Twain High School. 4-0 Tigers, 3-0 Bobcats.
Louisiana stepping on the gas. They scored again. They lead 34-6 now. So this is the position you want to be in if you're Bowling Green. 2nd and 1, right?
All night. Charlie Bowen not going to get the one, though.
And that's okay.
Yeah. That's just another 35, 40 seconds.
Exactly.
3rd and 1. No gain for Bowen. We're under 6 minutes to play.
And you're kind of between a rock and a hard place if you're Austin League. You don't want to burn a timeout on 3rd and 1. You want to burn it when it's 3rd and some distance, or maybe 4th and some distance, in the hopes you're going to get the ball back.
And here's the give to Starks, and he's got the first down.
Nice spin move. He was hit at the line of scrimmage, did a little left reverse spin. And he'll pick up another 7, it looks like, for the first down. That'll put him over 200 yards for the game, unofficially, at 2:03.
5:25 to play.
He has been a workhorse, 15 carries.
To the 40-yard line of the Tigers. And they go up the gut on 1st and 10. Still rolling forward. He's going to get about 6, maybe 7.
Yeah, he gets hit. He's a shifty runner. We talked about that a little bit last year.
He being
Dalton.
Dylan Dalton.
Yeah, he went up the middle, was hit, and had a little shiftiness spin, and what looked to be maybe a yard turned out to be 6.
2nd and 4.
He's got a little speed if he wants to get outside, too.
Exactly. Glad you're with us for Week 5 action, whether it be at 102.1 on your radio, Amazon, or the Alexa-enabled devices. Here's Starks. And he rumbles forward close to the first down.
Looks like they might be a yard short, so they'll give him 3.
And it's 3rd and 1 again.
Enviable position to be in.
Yeah, we're down to 4 minutes now. This is how you grind 7 minutes on a
that's right.
55-yard field.
At this point, if you score, I don't guess it really matters. But Joe Chin's not going to be too upset if this happens the rest of this series. It takes him 3 or 4 plays to get that first down in 40 seconds a clip.
And they get the first down on the sneak. They got 4 when they needed 1.
Dalton once again.
Mm-hmm.
And they crank the clock.
And I think the Bobcats are starting to sense that victory coming. We're down to 3.5 minutes to go in this ball game.
I would say you are right.
Yep. Whether you're with us on the
I didn't think they could run 6:59 off of it, but they may, or 6:57, I think, is when they actually got the ball back. They may prove me wrong.
Here's Starks again on first down near the 35-yard line. Going to be a gain of about 4 and set up 2nd and 6.
Right off up the middle that time. Looks like they're only going to give him 3, however.
So 2nd and 7.
And as you said, down to 2:50. The clock continues to run.
Uh-huh.
Bowling Green in no hurry. Dalton gets the play, and he'll take it down close to 5 seconds on the play clock before they snap it.
Takes it up the middle.
Dalton again.
Yep. And they say the ball's out, but I think they're blowing the play dead this time. They're going to say the ground caused the fumble.
No, they're going to say fumble.
Wow. Second turnover by the Bobcats tonight. That's a big one. It's still going to be really tough. Wow. Fumble for the Bobcats.
They must have just stripped it out on him that time because he was tangled up with a couple of guys from Mark Twain.
Mm-hmm.
nobody from Bowling Green even acted like anything was going on, so they must have just stripped it from us over on the far sideline. We didn't have a very good view of it.
They're going to the air on first down. Incomplete.
Intended for Preston once again. They're going to try and get him the ball outside and see if he can break one.
2nd and 10. From the 24-yard line?
24 is correct.
Stops the clock with 2:22 to play. Well, the Tigers have given the Bobcats everything they can handle here in Week 5.
That is exactly what we expected and exactly what we got. Here comes that reverse sweep thing again.
Preston, stutter, stop. Got away from a man, still on his feet and brought down for a loss. There's a flag, and that's going to probably be a hold, but do the Bobcats even want to take that at this point?
Bowling Green was wise at that play this time. He got fooled. What is that old saying? Fool me once?
I don't know. Ask old George W. He's the master of that saying.
So what is the penalty?
It ends with you can't fool a fool, right?
Something like that, yeah. Horse collar on Bowling Green.
Oh, wow.
So another major penalty against the
when you're
Bobcats.
expecting one going the other way. So 15 yards from the spot, which was actually behind the line of scrimmage. So it takes it to the 34.
6 penalties for 60 yards for
But it is
Cats.
automatic first.
And the drive continues. Hawkins rolls out. He's under heavy pressure, and he gets away from a guy. Going to get to the sideline before he's knocked out.
Watch those sidelines.
Yeah, you don't need a late hit flag. Got back to the line of scrimmage, it looks like.
Which is still a win for Bowling Green because the clock down to 1:58, although he did get out of bounds.
He ran a long way for that.
1:58 to play.
And no run trips to the left once again.
Bowling Green will have North Callaway next week. In trouble. Gets away from a tackle. Finally puts it in the air, and it is intercepted. Bowling Green gets the pick. Was that Dalton?
It is.
So he got it back. And now a little John, and flags come in from way back.
Yep.
From the head referee after it already broke up.
A little extracurricular
It
conversation
was Moss.
after that interception.
Was it Moss and Dalton, John?
It was.
The turnover will stand. It'll still be 1st and 10.
Yeah, that'll be a post-possession penalty.
Although I thought we had that last week.
Yeah. You never know these days. Well, any day, I guess.
Yeah.
Really.
Stops the clock with 1:46 to go.
Officials having a little Geneva convention at the 43-yard line to decide what are they going to do.
They're going to offset them.
That'd be my guess.
We'll see the official call now from the referee. And they're coming over and talking.
You called it. Personal fouls. They offset both ways.
So the turnover does stand. Bowling Green ball on the interception by Dylan Dalton after he had fumbled a couple plays earlier.
I love my sister, but that's just like kissing your sister, isn't it? Offsetting penalties.
Oh, yeah.
Man, come on. Somebody instigated that, you know?
Yeah.
So you got to give it to them.
28-14. Bowling Green would be wise to
kneel on it, but because Mark Twain just has one timeout.
And now,
are they going to burn it now? No, Bowling Green's going to burn a timeout.
28-14, they lead late fourth quarter here in Week 5 on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, Craig Bowen, CPA, and Mick Mailer & Sons, Backhoe and Excavated.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic knows that getting the best care for your pet is a top priority. They strive to provide the greatest quality medical and surgical care for our furry companions. Their newly expanded and remodeled facility, with accommodations for comprehensive inpatient hospital care and complete outpatient care, allows the friendly and knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic to keep your pet healthy and safe so the whole family can cheer on our area teams.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Perkins Electrical Services.
Bowling Green 1st and 10. Hand off on first down to the near side, and they're going to drag Starks back. Monroe led the way on that tackle.
Yeah, and I'm sure there was some talking going on because Starks was pointing at the scoreboard.
Yeah.
That's the age-old thing. If you're behind and you're talking smack, not necessarily the best thing to do. I'm sure he was saying scoreboard, and the official just kind of looked the other way on that.
Yeah. He got back to the line of scrimmage before they pushed him back, so it'll be 2nd and 10, and we're down to 1:10 to go in this ball game.
It's, 30 seconds on the game clock in college? I think I've been saying 4 in high school. I think I've been saying 40.
On 2nd and 10.
Flag on the play.
Yep, and again. And all that pushing back does is burn a couple more seconds, although they stopped the clock on this one.
Penalty.
Okay, on the penalty, okay. And there is an injured Tiger on the field.
You know, that's what all that stuff does. The last thing you want is somebody getting hurt in a game that's over.
Yes.
And I know you're frisky and you're frustrated because you're behind. And
the illegal shift against the Bobcats, by the way.
Might be talking a little smack because you're ahead, but, just finish the game. Zip your lips and don't get somebody hurt.
So it'll be 2nd and 15. They'll replay the down. I don't see the number on the injured player, but it was one of the players that was in on the gang tackle there at the end of the play. And now the Mark Twain coaches talking to the referee.
And he's backing away saying, get away from me,
So that's interesting. 28-14, Bowling Green leads. Now he comes back to midfield to continue the conversation.
And I think Austin Leaks hollering at the Bowling Green sideline, so maybe they think something nefarious took place in that scrum half, huh?
It's the player we talked about having the soft cast earlier.
Right.
And he may have gotten stepped on. But he'll make it to the sideline under his own power.
37?
Yeah, I believe it is.
No, that's not a number.
Okay. 67, I think. 27.
Or 27.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go. It's Hunter Vassell.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you don't need any of that stuff. I mean, it's been a hard-fought battle, a lot of emotion, a lot of storylines coming into this game. This game's over with.
Yep.
So this finished out. Bowling Green should kneel on it now with 2nd down. The play clock was 25 seconds that they had set. And now they will finally kneel on it.
Victory formation for the Bobcats. Dalton kneels. Clock stopped for a second, so they're going to have to kneel down one more time.
The official's smart. He won't set this ball until after the game clock's down to 25. And he's going to do that. And so that's going to finish this off. It's been a good one.
Our final.
A little ugliness at the end, but hotly contested games. Sometimes that happens, right?
Exactly. 28-14, our final. Bowling Green improves to 4-0. Mark Twain falls to 4-1 in the current campaign. We'll be back with the postgame show for you after this on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Time now for the Eagle 102 post-game show on KJFM. Sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Well, any hard feelings there in the final minutes are long gone as Bowling Green wins this ball game 28-14. And the Mark Twain head coach, Austin Leake, who was an assistant with Bowling Green the last few years, stood at the end of the line, made sure to shake the hand and say a word to every Bowling Green player, and then hugs at the end for Marcus Starks and Owen Niemeyer. And that's a nice way to end the night as things had a chance to go sideways there at the end.
Yeah, they did. And, you understand that to a degree because there was a lot of build up to this game and a lot of emotion, a lot of storylines, as I said, coming into it. But, the season's far from over for either one of these teams, and both of them have postseason aspirations. And so you can't do something silly and get somebody hurt that affects you the rest of the year. And so, fortunately, there was a little bit of an injury there. Hopefully it's nothing too serious to the young man, and he'll be able to go next week. But a good football game overall. I think the conventional wisdom would have been that Bowling Green was probably had the advantage coming in, and if there was such thing as a high school point spread, they'd have probably been the favorite.
Yeah.
But Mark Twain made them earn every bit of it. It was two heavyweights going at it. It was a heavyweight fight at the line of scrimmage, because they just beat each other up. Because neither team did anything flashy.
Not at all.
You knew Mark Twain was going to be the ground and pound. We also know Bowling Green's got the ability to do some stuff through the air and on the outside, but they were content to play ground and pound right with them. And that's the way the game went, and that's why we're done at 9:13.
Yeah, exactly.
in the evening on a Friday night. So you want me to run down some stats for you?
Sure.
Some final yardage. Rushing for Bowling Green, 291, 98 through the air, 18 return yards, 407 on total offense, 2 turnovers, 7 penalties for 65 yards. For Mark Twain, 109 yards on the ground, 56 through the air, 85 in return yardage, 254 total offense, 1 turnover, 5 penalties for 25 yards. And, of course, Starks went for 209 on the ground, and his counterpart for Mark Twain was over 100 yards as well, Landon Moss at 103. So a hard-fought battle, and the Cats go to 4-0. Mark Twain drops to 4-1.
28-14 our final. We'll take a break and come back with more from the postgame show as Bowling Green stays perfect here on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing MercBK Mobile. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season with Eagle 102. Brought to you by Mike's Tire and Service Center, Bank of Louisiana, and a taste of Philly.
28-14 our final. Bowling Green over Mark Twain. And Mark Twain falls to 4-1. Bowling Green improves to 4-0. It looks like it's 34-6 still. Louisiana leading Van Far as the Bulldogs look to make it 2 in a row. And continue the losing streak for Van Far to start the season, but they lead 34-6 in the third quarter.
Let's take a look at the rest of the scoreboard in 8-man. The only other final, North Shelby beats Knox County 52-14. North Shelby's ranked in 8-man. Brookfield over Macon 32-28. These will all be fourth quarter scores because we're way ahead of everyone else. Highland leads South Shelby 24-8. Highland having a pretty good season. Galesburg over Quincy 21-9. Monroe City, that game's tightened up. They lead Palmyra 18-13 now. Breeze Mater Dei leading Quincy Notre Dame 21-7. Troy Buchanan has taken the lead over Francis Howell 38-35. Hannibal leads Mexico. That game is a final, 48-21. So the Pirates remain undefeated and beat the unbeaten Mexico at their place. Centralia over Clark County 20-0. That is a final as well. North Mac over Pittsfield 48-2. Marceline over Paris 46-8. And that's your scoreboard.
And the Cardinals, and now going to the bottom of the sixth, lead the Cubs 9-4. They picked up their 13th in a row earlier today in the first half of that doubleheader. And again, these are 7-inning games on doubleheader days.
Right.
So
wouldn't be anything sweeter than tying your all-time win streak record by double dipping down on the Cubs, would it?
In Chicago at Wrigley. What were those uniforms they were wearing earlier? Those Wrigleyville uniforms.
Those are some ugly.
Terrible.
Ugly uniforms.
Terrible. Our final here, 28-14, Bowling Green over Mark Twain. But Mark Twain, they are heading in the right direction. They are a football team. They're the
real,
they're
the real deal. They're the real deal for sure. They just I'm a little shocked that Bowling Green decided to go mano-a-mano with them and ground and pound both ways, but that's the way it went, and Bowling Green was the better team tonight.
Yep. And just a little injury update there. It wasn't the arm of Vassell that was hurt at the end. He was holding his ribs.
Oh, so maybe
he's got the pads off now.
Saying he got kicked or something,
stepped on or
something not so nice in that
in that
scrum half. Yeah.
But this was the best ball game we've done so far this season, and by far the quickest. As Bowling Green stays perfect up to 4-0 with a 28-14 victory over Mark Twain.
Yeah, give me a fist bump. We've had 3 great broadcasts this week.
Yeah.
Good time, man.
This is a unicorn week.
Yes, let's have it again next week.
Let's push our luck. Let's push the chips in and try and get another week's worth of good games. I guess we'll have softball on Tuesday from Clopton, I believe, is where we're going to be at. As Mark Twain will visit the Clopton Lady Hawks, and then I think football, we're going to stay with Bowling Green next week as they host North Callaway.
North Callaway, that'll be a big North Callaway is undefeated going into tonight. As I said, they went to Stratford down on, about 15 miles off on 44 north of Springfield, northeast of Springfield. So we'll see how they fare down there.
28-14, again, our final, Bowling Green over Mark Twain. We'll see you next week for more sports here on Eagle 102. Good night, everybody.
You've been
been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.